Yeah, what's good, yo? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where as always, it's shit's real, we talk about it. I'm your host for tonight, Pat Scorpio, the New England representative, and as always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Yo, what it do, man? Shuttleworth the guy, aka the GOAT artist, ringgangradio.com in the building. Let's get it.
Yes,
Monday
sir.
night quarterback. Monday night fucking basketball. Nigga, forgive me. Monday night boxing talk. We here.
Yeah,
So
so you can tell the other sports are starting to affect his brain, especially when we talk about football so much.
yeah, and then I was saying basketball, talking about quarterbacking, like I'm all over the place, but we here for boxing, not none of this other bullshit niggas is talking about. So yeah, let's get it. Ring Gang Radio, world still a op. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Ring gang in the house forever and always. And always, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey yo, what's good? You already know who this is. Your boy King P. Bodega Box in the building. Ring Gang Radio all day. Let's go. The bodega's closed for the weekend because I'm not there, so it's shut down. So nobody's banned because it's not open. So when I get
nigga,
back,
you need the bad marriage from them bodega, nigga.
shit. they cooking me. They when I get back, the bodega is about to be filled with motherfuckers with pitchforks outside, just waiting for me. 300. Like, I don't care. I'm standing 10 toes down. Fuck y'all.
Gay. Cause I ain't gonna lie, everybody's been getting divorced lately. Like
Hell yeah.
oh my! I seen today. I think Ariana Grande. Yesterday was or the day before was Jeezy.
Yeah.
Tiana Taylor. Like all this. Like damn.
Yes. Yeah, marriage ain't the sacred institution it's not what it used to be. I personally know two people right now that I know are getting divorced. It's like, yeah, it's not a sacred institution no more. You know what I mean? It's
that's just for the birds, yo. GMB undefeated, my nigga. Undefeated, more undefeated than Floyd, because you know how niggas would be like, well, you know, Floyd lost the first Castillo fight. GMB don't even have a Castillo fight, nigga.
Facts. And I haven't even been married yet.
GMB done got no Castillo fight. GMB is like, nah, nigga. I'm Drago with like 50 KOs, nigga.
Oh man, but yeah, that'll definitely be a classic episode in the very near future for King P, because like I said, he's been getting cooked on that shit. I've been seeing that shit too. Motherfuckers is letting him have it. Saying no mercy. But yeah,
hit dogs holler. That's all I gotta say on that.
Yo, facts.
That nigga hurt feelings. Like that nigga spoke to the motherfuckers who was like, man, you know what? Even though I know this nigga don't cheat on me and he love me and he don't fucking beat me or nothing, I think that nigga at corporate he fucks with me even more. So nah, divorce. He was making the people like that feel away. So
no, seriously.
Niggas had to let them know about it.
Well, yeah. Incoming classic episode coming very soon on that. And last but certainly not least, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself. Nigga.
You don't get your high ass off mute.
Conscious Pod, the West Coast Avenger, #1 contender, preparing for liftoff. You know to check us out at Ring Radio. Let's fly.
There you go, Conscious Pod. The man was elevating with the mute on. Pilot, this is a funny motherfucker, man. Everything he does, bro, he's a natural comedian, yo. He always be on some, it's funny ass dude, yo. But yeah, no, we had a cool little weekend of boxing. Like I said,
decent, pretty decent. I don't know, it's a little above cool, like.
I mean, one of the main events delivered, and the other one was just like a real scary ass whooping. Like that was.
Yeah, but then the co-main for the other one was good too,
though. Which one, for TR or the Zone?
The Zone co-main was fire.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. No.
So that's why I'm kind of, when I add that up, and the Valet fight, and the Friday night card. I'm kind of like, yo, boxing was like on some low key. I ain't gonna say low key fire, but it was low key decent. Like it was like boxing was boxing.
Yeah. Well, let's get into the zone one first before we get into the TR one. You know, the zone one was, you know, had of course William Zepeda, who, you know, obviously is a top 5 lightweight and the one that motherfuckers don't really talk about all that much but need to, versus Mercita Hesta, man. And let me tell you something, you know. Like, I mean, we all pretty much said, you know, that Hesta was getting knocked out. And, you know, Hesta is a tough guy, you know, because we always say Hesta's been around for a good minute.
I don't think that was picked.
Man, Hester got packed up. Like,
yeah, no, he did. Like, that's not even, like, I don't know what I mean, Hester took a scary ass whooping. Like, you know.
I don't know. None of us picked 6 rounds, right? I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think none of us picked past 6. I forgot. I forgot what I picked, but none of us definitely picked past 6 rounds. 6, yeah. Somebody hit the prediction though. I just don't know who.
Gotta listen.
I can't remember if anybody hit it, but
I don't think anybody picked 6. I think 7 was the earliest. I mean, yeah, but
I can't even remember what round I picked.
Yeah, but whatever it was, Zepeda, though, I think Zepeda understood the score. Like, I mean, Hesta, for like I said, is a veteran. He's been around for a minute. And usually, if Hester gets stopped, it usually takes a little bit. Zepeda said, "Fuck all that." Like, nah, we're not doing this tonight.
He ain't letting get started at all.
600 punches through 6 rounds. Crazy, nasty.
That's like 100 punches a round. Like, damn.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when y'all hear these damn Canelo fight statistics at the end of a fight, when a nigga be like, he threw 530 punches out of 12 rounds. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fuck all that. You better get some Zepeda in your life.
Yeah, you know, like Zepeda, like, and one thing, Hester, he tried, because Hester tried countering between the shots. He tried to be, you know, he tried, and then he tried to move, but like Zepeda was just on his ass. Pause, like, you know, like he would not let him breathe. Like,
guess that a couple moments, but yeah, it was relentless, overwhelming.
What Jadakiss said is good, but it's not enough.
Like, it wasn't enough, because I think after like 3 rounds of that shit, like, you know, like Hester decided he faded because he was taking body shots too. Like Zepeda was,
he kind of stayed there in his wheelhouse too long though. Like, it's not like Hester was trying to like fight his own fight. He was literally like just like it almost seemed like he was just shocked that like oh my god, the rumors are true. This nigga really does throw all these punches.
I knew it was gonna be over soon in like the 3rd round when he had Hester like hanging on the ropes. I thought he was gonna knock him through the ropes.
Yeah, exactly.
He had him done then, actually.
Yeah, like the referee kept on saying, like, show me something. And you know, Hester he tried, bro. He tried, like, you know, but and he got gassed out. And he was just on the rope, just taking heavy bag work, like, you know, like shit was like relentless. Like, you could just tell, like, when the referee did finally stop that, like, you know, Hester was just like, you know, he went to his corner, like he was just relieved. Like,
yeah, that was that sigh of relief. Like his shoulders.
I mean,
dropped.
I give him points for toughness, because he definitely hung in there and was like, I'm good. So he took he took that ass whooping like a man.
Yeah, but it just wasn't enough, man. Zepeda just like, he told niggas, it's like, yo, like, you know, don't forget about me here at Golden Boy. Like, you can mention the Haneys, the Tanks, Ryan Garcia's, all that, you know, but
don't forget William Zepeda. Like,
I'm exactly
here. Like, the fuck, get it right.
Unfortunately, the only knock that people use against him, and I don't consider it his fault, was that Shakur, he offered him a fight, and it was Oscar that turned it down. So, Zepeda's not ready. But that wasn't on Zepeda. That was on Oscar.
Oscar said it as much too. Yeah,
but that was a little while ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
And honestly,
that was last year.
Like, I have no problem with that if there's a real plan to get Zepeda at that level where he could really challenge Shakur Stevenson. And from what I saw the other night, he's getting closer there. Like, honestly, I feel like he gives a better fight than Santos.
Yeah.
Like I want to say Frank Martin as well, but he's right up there with him. Like
I think Zepeda is the dark horse of the division. Like
yes,
agreed. He'll give all the other top fighters a lot of trouble.
Because the way he cuts off the ring, the relentlessness, and his heavy hands, and he's punching from every angle, both sides,
with
body,
volume.
head.
Yeah,
he's
a heavy-handed volume
meanness
puncher.
in him too.
Yeah, like a heavy-handed volume puncher is a nightmare to face. Like, you know, it's one thing if you're feather-fisted and he's
like, kind of fast. He's not slow because usually you get a slow volume puncher or a slow heavy-handed guy like you get like a Pavlik type of dude, and you're like, okay, like, and get a little fast. But nah, Zepeda has an urgency to him.
Yeah, he punches like he's like wait a minute, like, every time I punch, I gotta let I gotta do it just so I don't lose any fucked up decisions out there, that type of urgency.
And he's showing more consistency. I think he's only had maybe one performance where I was like,
Yeah, that was the Alvarado fight. Yeah,
even for the Alvarado fight, he got dropped bad by some no-name jobber, and I was like, oh, he might be a fraud. But ever since then, the Alvarado fight was a hard fight, but he's looked good ever since to me. I mean,
I think he fights like how we want what's his name to fight. How are we expected him to be consistent with it? I don't know. I can't remember his name, but he's the dude.
What weight class?
He's one of them little niggas. He fought Chocolatito.
JCM? Oh, Cesar Martinez. Julio Cesar Martinez.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know why the fuck I couldn't. Honestly, like I feel like Zepeda fights like how we expected. Cesar Martinez to continue.
How he should be fighting.
How he should, yeah.
Yeah.
No, because at one point, like when Cesar Martinez, when I first seen him, I was like, okay, like, dude, okay, yeah, this guy looked like he has the goods.
He looked legit.
Then it just kind of,
he looked legit at first when I first saw him too.
Yeah, he kind of just went away. Whereas at least Zepeda kind of was like, okay, I look like I'm the goods. A few hiccups, okay, but I'm still looking like I'm the goods. So yeah, like I know I seen on the I think the graphic they had him as like number 7 in the division, but nah, I don't think Isaac Cruz is above him right now.
I mean, I have no problem putting him now. Or
Ryan Garcia.
If you don't count, I don't count Ryan Garcia.
Ryan's at 140. Zepeda would beat the shit out of Pitbull. Let's be honest.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But the thing is, I don't count Haney as 130. I know he has 3 belts, but he ain't fighting at 135 again. So you could put Zepeda 3rd, honestly, or 4th. I mean, I think Tank Shakur and then everybody else. I don't know.
Yeah, I can see that.
I mean,
Tank Shakur.
I mean, you could say Loma, but Loma's getting old. You know what I'm saying? So you could put Loma in the top 5. But I mean, I'm putting.
I think Loma's number 5. Like I will put Martin as 4. Zepeda 3,
Tank Shakur,
and honestly, you could put Zepeda or Martin. You could interchange them because some people might be like, "Hey, Michelle Rivera fight is a better win than Zepeda got or whatever." So I get it, but they're interchangeable is what I'm saying. Yeah. And then, like you said, put Loma at number 5, and yeah,
it's about right.
Yeah,
that's top 5 lightweights, definitely as it stands right now.
Yeah, but Golden Boy needs to do something with him to pay that. I mean, obviously, wishful thinking would be like, hey, put him in the ring with Ryan Garcia, and Ryan Garcia will get his ass.
But then that's got to be a 140 fight.
Yeah, Ryan's 140 now, so it's like
I mean, Oscar's serious about dude fighting. I think he's gonna fight like in November, like.
Nah, 2 months.
No, I'm talking about Ryan Garcia.
Oh, Ryan, yeah, Ryan.
Yeah, nah.
I am not gonna say anything about that until they finish going through mediation, because they're not gonna have him fighting through mediation. Until that's done, I'm not gonna act like he's gonna fight. That's Oscar doing.
I feel you, but I'm going off of what Oscar's saying. Like,
man,
he's more in charge than these other niggas.
Oscar be sounding like he be just sniffing lines right before the
fight. I don't know.
True.
It's been confirmed that they are not on speaking terms. So how is he going to get a fight for them when they're not on speaking terms?
The mediation.
Because the thing is, I heard from Ryan Garcia about the November date. Then I hear from Oscar saying it too. So I'm like, and sometimes there could be an
Interim.
The nigga that goes in between and talks.
Intermediate.
Yeah, the intermediate.
Just because Ryan and Oscar are talking, don't mean there's representatives.
Not business being made. Like
middleman. Yeah. And I'm sure Ryan wants to get paid again. You know what I'm saying? So they'll work.
Yeah.
Hopefully
he ain't get knocked out hard enough to where he can't fight again this year.
Yeah, I mean, he's training with Derek James right now. Groove Bear trying to be a tough guy. So we'll see.
I thought he was gonna be semi-retired. So I give him respect for at least coming back somewhat. Anyway.
Nah, he's not.
One of them niggas in that camp need to get a win anyway. Like somebody need to look impressive.
I'm saying,
like, I don't think Jermell Charlo should be the one where it's like the only guy that's fighting where all the hopes and dreams is on Jermell Charlo. Like, nah, let some of these other niggas get a few wins too. Like. Some favorable bouts and shit. You know what I mean,
yeah. And I'm just taking a look at the comments real quick. Salute Blazing Killer. Yes, the Canelo fight is at the end of this month. It's on the 30th, and we will be previewing that next Monday because I think it's the only one. And then it says, "I love Zepeda's crazy, relentless, and his punching combos, and he got crazy engine." Yeah, Zepeda is a highly watchable fighter. Like,
he gets hit a lot, but that's it's all.
I don't even think he
not a lot, not
too
a lot.
much.
Not a lot. I mean, this was actually a better performance on defense, I guess you could say.
That's what I'm saying, because it's like a guy like we honestly, we got to start evaluating pressure fighters' defense differently than we do a normal boxer defense, because it's kind of getting cliche to the point. Anytime a nigga who come forward in the ring,
his offense is defense, huh? It's cliche, huh? The offense is defense.
Yeah, it's like. He just landed 5 good punches, but he got hit twice. And it's like, nigga, he just had dude on the ropes teeing off like
multiple times.
He got hit with a couple jabs, but yeah, he's in there putting in work. Like
it's cliche, but the offense is defense for the pressure fighter.
Yeah, because Hester wasn't hitting him all that. I mean, Hester was trying to counter him, but
he got him a couple times.
He was just putting steady hands on him, like he wasn't hitting him that much.
Yeah, because Hester was staying right there in front of him and trying to counter when it's like you're gonna have to box Zepeda. Like you're gonna have to box him, turn him. Like you know what? Fuck you. Run the goddamn Devin Alexander versus Marcos Maidana fight. Y'all want to fucking figure out how to fight these niggas, and like I ain't gonna keep saying this shit all the time. Like just rewatch that shit, cause y'all gotta start watching these fighters, these tapes, these like y'all gotta like up your boxing IQ with this shit, cause there's no fight in the history of boxing that hasn't been done already.
Yeah.
Like new styles aren't being created every day. Like Zepeda's beatable, but that's a hard fucking fight for anybody. Like you gotta really be consistent with your boxing. You're gonna have to be able to back him up with your boxing.
Yeah. And Hester,
that's what a lot of people don't want to do.
Yeah, Hester was not able to back him up for shit.
No.
Zepeda look against Jermaine Ortiz.
I think he beats Jermaine Ortiz.
By decision or KO?
KO.
Who?
Yeah, that might be a late KO. Yeah.
Who beats Jermaine?
Zepeda.
Well, Zepeda. I mean, he can't make 135 anymore. So
yeah, he's at 137 and shit now. Yeah, went at 137.
That damn, a lot of people not making weight anymore. Jeez.
Motherfuckers just like I say what you're about to say. My bad.
No, I'm saying if you're not a championship or fighting for some eliminator, I've noticed people if it's a 135 or 130 fight, they'll be at 133. You know what I'm saying, or 132. They don't really care.
That just let me know a lot of these niggas is too big for lightweight, and they need to be at fucking 140
or 147.
Yeah, because Ortiz look like he could be 147.
I was just gonna say, Jermaine looks like he should be a welterweight.
Jermaine will eventually be a welterweight. Jermaine will like retire as a welterweight for sure. He's a big dude.
Yeah, because I'm low-key getting tired of niggas saying like they can't, like niggas don't have no type of discipline. Niggas don't get dietitians, none of that shit. I'm starting to low-key get sick and tired of that shit. Like,
I mean,
Regis, like, damn, y'all got the resources. It's not like y'all poor.
I mean, Regis just admitted that he actually finally got one like last year. He's like he's 35 years old. Like it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's like motherfuckers need to really assess their divisions, assess their diets or whatever, or stop blowing up in between weights and try to be a little bit more disciplined. Because I'm tired of seeing.
Or just go to a weight that you know your body can handle. Like,
right.
I don't know how Regis makes fucking 140 all these years, yo.
Yeah, he don't want to fight welterweight. It's kind of weird.
He has blown weight before, but it's just like, you know.
Well,
I don't know why he's so afraid of the welterweight. Like,
because he's too small for welterweight. He's not a big guy, and he's got very short arms. He'll get hurt at welterweight.
His physical advantages probably go away at 147. That's why he probably don't want to.
As a dense, he doesn't look like a small guy at welterweight though.
I think him and Taylor look undersized at welterweight compared to
Josh Taylor or
no Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor. Now I'm not comparatively speaking to the other welterweights. I mean,
yeah, you're right. Because Ennis and Stanionis are pretty fucking big. You know what I mean? Pause.
Yeah, I mean, dude, you're fucking comparing Ennis and Stanionis. Like they're like the only welters that you can say, look, if you threw Stanionis and Ennis into the 90s welter mix, they would look like they fit in. You would be like, hey, yo, fuck it, Ortiz, Stanionis, y'all look like y'all can fight Corte and Trinidad, but you take these niggas from this era and the previous era. Take a fucking Bradley or take a goddamn Keith Thurman. These niggas would not look like they belong at 147.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're right.
I know. I'm just comparing. I'm comparing them to the current welterweights. Because
but look at Tim Bradley. Tim Bradley look like a big welter. Like he could fight at welter.
I mean, Barros is fighting for a welter title.
And hold on, Pilot. I was just about to say that. Fucking put Mario Barrios next to Prograis, and Prograis looks tiny.
Barrios is 120. Started at 122, I think, in his career too. So he's moved up a lot. You know what I'm saying?
And I don't think Prograis is some little dude, man. He too dense to be a small cat. Like maybe it's his height.
I don't know. I think he's scared to not scared.
I think it's a little bit of damn scariness, man. Like
he loses some of his advantages at 147.
Yeah, and those short arms of his, he'll be in a world of trouble at welterweight.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, because that shit with him and Hooker not ever fighting, and
that shit was telling, man.
Yeah. Granted, Maurice Hooker was still on a high point, not like he is now, but it's just like you still. It's just the fact that they were dicking around so much about that fight. It was just let me know like something was, that was a goddamn shit.
And my whole thing is, dude, you mean to tell me anytime he sparred somebody, he was at 140 or he fought 140? Like, dude, come on, man. Like, he ain't no little nigga like that.
Right.
If Tank could be at fucking 140, like Tank being at 140 is a bigger stretch than Prograis being at 147.
It is.
So it's like, come on, man. Like even like, is Regis any bigger than Broner?
Probably like this. I mean,
they're probably about the same size.
Yeah.
He's a little big. He's a little bigger than Broner. He's a little bigger than Broner.
So that kills it right there. Then I ain't trying to hear that shit. Like that definitely fucking kills it. Is he bigger than Mikey Garcia? Like, that kills it, man. Niggas just don't want to move up.
Yeah, they all love their advantages, and that's the thing. But
get you a dietitian at least. Shit.
Seriously, though, but at least with Zepeda, at least it's good to see Zepeda at least maintaining his discipline. He's still lightweight because I is still on the prize for him. So it's like, and that was. I mean, he said it as much. He's like, he thinks he wanted Devin Haney in the post-fight interview and shit like that. He said it in English. So it's like, Oscar. Hopefully, you're gonna have a plan for him.
About time, because I mean, all they have at 135 is Floyd Schofield. He's not ready yet. You know what I'm saying? So like, they have to kind of. Oscar's gonna have to like cross the street or whatever.
Let him cross the street.
At this point, it has to because there's nobody. You can't. I mean, Zepeda can't keep fighting these guys. I mean, he can, I guess, but
this was the last. I agree with you, Pilot. This was the last one of that type of fight. To me personally,
you're gonna start being Munguia of 135.
Yeah, you don't want that, and because it's either that or if the lightweight belts suddenly become free and Duke at least be positioned to get one of them. But something has to,
I'm sure he's had one.
Yeah, the Hestas are all done. Like, yeah, you gotta stop fighting the Hestas and start fighting, a live lightweight.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
because I'm not mad at the fight. Like he needed a performance like this, but it just you guys are right. Like it needs to go. The trajectory needs to keep going up now.
Yeah, you can't be fighting. I mean, there's nobody else for you to fight on that network.
Yeah, I'm only cool with these level of fights when you're fighting 4 and 5 times a year and you're mixing it up. Dude, it could happen, nigga. Like you young motherfuckers are like y'all don't know.
No. In this era, you're asking way too much. They are not going to be fighting,
nigga, bro. Like I feel like we got to stop this shit. Anytime we want something decent to happen in boxing, it's like niggas just act like we're asking for the fucking world. Like, no, we're not asking for too much.
Like
in this era, you might as well be asking for the world.
I mean, I feel you, but man, I'm on some positive shit. Like, fuck all this goddamn man. Master said you shouldn't be over in the damn watermelon patch around this time. Like, no, fuck that. Like, I'm sick of this shit. God damn.
You know what's funny? I swear William Zepeda was #1 for WBA, but checking the rankings, somehow Isaac Cruz leaped him, of course. That's funny.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. They're
Tank picked the WBA.
Yeah, dude, Cruz should not be at top anything lightweight. Dude doesn't do anything. He doesn't.
No, Zepeda had the spot for a while. I don't know. They really paid that price.
Give me a Cruz and Zepeda fight, man.
That's a good fight. Exactly. Put it on Cinco de Mayo. That'd be a fight. That'd be a great fight. No, really.
I mean, I'd say Cruz would avoid that fight like the plague. I mean, Cruz only wants a Tank rematch, and that's pretty much about it. Or someone easy that he can knock over that won't threaten us Tank rematch.
Oh my god! But yeah, man, it just I think we said we could say about this fight. Zepeda looked good. I look forward to seeing them fight again. The card. I do gotta mention the co-main was a damn good fight.
Morales and Palomares. Yeah,
Palomares. Yeah.
That was a damn good fucking slugfest, especially that 10th round itself. The 10th round.
That 10th round was crazy. That was round of the year. I mean,
honestly, that whole fight was pushing fight of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I just kept waiting for a nigga to get knocked down or something. Like,
it
just needed something else.
Needed something. Yeah,
but it was right there the whole fight. Because I was just watching that, like, damn, this is good.
Because that dude Morales is, he's from Seattle. Shout out, and he also KO'd Oscar's nephew.
No, Oscar's cousin.
Cousin.
Yeah. But dude was on the verge of because his eyes were all shut. Because dude got lumped up in that fight, and Palomar was taking all that shit until like the last couple of rounds, where that finally the punishment got caught up to him, and he almost got took out in the last round. Bro was like ready to be taken up out of there. Like he was done.
He was a good 2 connects from being damn taken out.
Yeah, Morales was like swinging blindly, but he was landing clean. Like Palomar was like.
But see, that's what I want to see in a young fighter. Like, yo, like you having a hard fight and you finally get the upper hand. Let them hands fucking go, nigga. Like, that's how you end the fight. Kind of reminded me of the Frank Martin fight. Like, end this shit good. Like, yo, like you finally winning. Like, like, give me some Charlo Corabo end of the fight type of punishment. Like, you gotta make niggas forget you was getting outboxed the first 4 or 5 rounds. Like,
I'll say this about Golden Boys. Like, even as their roster, the talent, their roster of talent gets depleted, they still manage to throw on like fights like that. Like,
honestly, their cards are the most consistent as far as like they don't have to have a big name or big marquee main event. But somehow, if you just watch the card, you'll be entertained.
Yeah, exactly, and that's a gift, and they're doing it even without their longtime matchmaker too. Like they're doing it with new matchmakers, and they're still able to do that.
Just imagine if they was giving us fire main events all the time, like it'd be over.
With the accidental better cards than it should be, again.
It was
they're not accident no more. Like Golden Boy just knows how to make good action cards.
But for a while, it was gone. You know what I'm saying? A few years ago,
it was. I mean, that's the nature of the game, though, God.
Yeah, like I mean, no promotion. This guy, I mean, PBC even PBC had a few bad ones too. Like Top
Yeah,
Rank,
nobody gonna be perfect. Remember, PBC kind of starts a lot of the slang we use. The accidental fade.
yeah,
The fucking what's the one we used to say? Damn. The draw is the new robbery. Like, there's so many of them shits.
yeah. I mean, like the Emmanuel Rodriguez card. I mean, I don't think that shit made like a blip on anyone's radar.
Yeah.
It was, ratings looked low. Like the fights were not competitive at all. And the main event, I'm sure, blew a lot of people's like bets on there because the niggas didn't stop that shit when they needed to be. So it's like
it just came and went. Where Golden Boy, it just I don't know. Just we give props to when niggas is on point. Like Golden Boy could do better, but at least they got this shit on point where they could give you a low key bullshit card and you still be like, God damn, boxing was pretty good tonight. Like,
yeah. I mean, and then like I said, but then this year they've been getting like the violent main events because I mean the next card they have, the big one is Joe Smith and Zerto in about a couple of weeks in at cruiserweight of all things.
That's gonna be a cruiser, right? Yeah.
Boom! I mean, bombs fucking away on that one. Nigga said boom. Like,
that should be a good fight. That should be a good fight.
Damn right. Remember, I think it was a fight we all talked about on the podcast, but we was like, yo, it don't need to happen until like maybe a year later type shit.
Mm-hmm. No, a year later.
That's why after Bivol beat Zerto, we're like, oh, it would be good for Zerto. I think we mentioned Joe Smith. Somebody mentioned.
Yeah. That it was. Yeah, you're right.
Yes, not too soon. They still manage to get names sometimes for these main events. So yeah, that might actually complete the violent hat trick that they've been having with some of their main events like this year. Like so
it's good to close out the boxing year like this because I don't want no dud end of the year like we had last year.
Yeah, no, last year was just like at the end it was just like, ugh.
At least give me some action fights.
In less than 2 weeks, we should have card of the year, hopefully, on paper. You know what I'm saying? In 2 weeks.
Yeah. But still, remember 2019, nigga, we was up to the damn brink of fucking New Year's Day with goddamn good fights.
Yeah, I mean, what Badu Jack and Jean Pascal gave us a fucking fight of the year.
Thank you. Crazy. On regular fucking Fox TV boxing, like what? That was Fox TV.
No, Showtime.
No, it was Showtime. That was
Showtime. Okay, I remember one year Fox had a hard ass card.
Fox had one of them that year.
Yeah.
So it's like
that year, everybody was hitting. Nobody was really missing.
Yeah. So Golden Boy. Like I said, Golden Boy. Like for even with the talent, they're just consistent. So like I say, even like so their fight, like their cards are always like a good watch. You sit there and you watch that shit and you're like, okay, damn, like these niggas are throwing hands. Like
even the Valet fight was good.
It was.
I felt like she should have stopped Shorty though. Estrada's right about that. I hope they make that fight too.
Yeah, it's funny because she left Golden Boy and now they're beefing. Like like it's kind of funny how that works.
Yeah. But I like that. Like, we need that type of shit talking, man. I don't care what nobody say. Like, motherfuckers could be, oh, I'm super respectful when you're a great fighter. You're a great fighter. Yeah, bullshit, nigga. Fuck that, nigga. Sell a goddamn fight. Like, tired of you niggas on some super respectful shit every time it comes to having a big anticipated fight.
Yeah.
You could hate somebody. You could hate somebody and still respect them. You know that? God damn! That's true. Yes, Jermell Charlo, I'm talking to you. I'm not fooled by all the goddamn maturity and shit, nigga. It don't hurt to be angry a little bit, nigga. Jeez.
Hopefully we get some fight week, but either Jermell's trying to do like the respectful Bud Spence thing, or maybe because you don't hear David Benavidez talking shit. Maybe Al Heyman's like, hey, don't talk shit about Canelo now that he's with us.
Nah, I think with Benavidez it's more like, hey man, I don't think this nigga want to fight me like that. Like it's to the forefront to the point where everybody kind of knows Canelo's ducking Benavidez, so there's nothing else left to say about it.
It could be it.
Like it's really like all this whole nice guy shit. Like bro, like I'm off of that. Like
yeah.
Dude been ducking you all these goddamn years. You finally got the fight and you being super respectful. Even Canelo's like, well, he's nice now, but I remember he talked shit for 10 years, so I'm gonna beat him up for that. Like, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Like, that's the spirit. Like, stop all this goddamn super respectful. Like, I respect everybody, but nigga, if we gotta fight, fuck all this super respectful shit. Like, I don't care about all that. You know, you can be the nicest guy to your family at home, but in the ring, you a fuck nigga to me.
Right.
So that's one thing the women have over the men that the men need to just wake up with. Like,
no, I mean the men be doing all Twitter finger bullshit too, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, which is bullshit, man. Like, goddamn, like when the fight is made, bring that shit. Like, enough with the goddamn memes and shit.
Yeah, exactly. That's true.
Like all the damn Photoshop and shit, bro. Like, unless you're on some David Hayes shit where you're gonna go all the way in on that motherfucker.
I mean, Edwin. I like how Edwin went to Shakur City and posted the pictures. At least he's trying,
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool. Like I fucks with that. Just make sure you try as hard in the fight as you do in them fucking memes.
yeah.
Because on one hand, Frank Martin was training his ass off, and the other hand, Santos ain't look like he was.
Oh, because that picture. Oh, because the picture.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
Dude, it gets to the point sometimes I think I trade more than these niggas. So that's all. That's how I be looking at it. Like
facts.
Like why I'm out at the park every day in 90-degree weather training motherfuckers? Like y'all the pros. Like shit. Like come on. I feel like y'all should be inspiring me. Like.
But like I said, it's like I said, Golden Boy did his thing, and everyone's doing their thing, and and so yeah. Speaking of hatred too, even though it wasn't shown too much, I think they showed a lot of respect to each other too. But they fought like they hated each other. Top Rank had theirs, with Luis Alberto Lopez, the current IBF featherweight champion, and Joet Gonzalez, the tough racist.
This nigga Pat never missed, yo.
And he more than lived up to that shit because, that was a hard 12-round fight.
I was low key impressed with Joet Gonzalez. Like, best performance I've seen from him, and I thought he won. Clearly, I'll add that too.
Yeah, I thought he won like a 115, 113 type of
fight.
Because it basically was a tale of two halves. The first fight, Lopez was just lacing dude. Like Joet was. But
the thing is, Lopez never ran away with it when he was lacing dude. Like
right.
Gonzalez always kind of stayed with him, but you could tell Lopez was getting the better of most of it. But even then, I don't feel like he skunked the nigga for the first half. Like I think Gonzalez kind of snuck a couple rounds.
And yeah, quite possibly too.
I mean, he would have to if we got this nigga winning 115, 113.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he definitely, and what it is, I think he didn't like the rounds he got early weren't big. There was those kind of it could go either way, but I felt like his ring generalship kind of was better than Lopez.
Yeah, look, because Lopez, Lopez he fights so unorthodox because Lopez really believes in his power, and as he should, because Lopez punches pretty fucking hard,
and he's pretty there to be fucking hit too.
Right,
this is Lopez, like,
yeah,
I can chin up just throwing combos.
But the worst thing that happened to Lopez is he got tired, and then Joet came on. And was in, got him on the ropes, was in him with some of it was kind of pity pat, some of it was hard combinations, but it was the activity, like he was outworking dude, and Lopez wasn't doing too much. He'd throw like one wild ass shot and then start dancing around and shit. Like it's just like
because Gonzalez was doing all I felt like he was doing all the real work, where
right.
Lopez was doing like a lot of the superficial work, like. His real work came in bunches, whereas Gonzalez's work was on the real, like that Chavez type of work. Like, okay, yeah, you got your little Meldrick Taylor, punches and bunches off, but hold on, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Here's this jab. Eat this jab. Okay, eat this right hand. Okay, eat the left hook to the body, right hook to the body. eat these ropes, motherfucker. Like he was putting in the real I'm gonna break you down type of work, which I thought was impressive because he also was moving his head more than I'm used to seeing too. Like he was aware, he was more defensively aware. I don't know if you noticed that too, Pat.
Yeah, he was defensively aware because Lopez was hitting him hard.
Yeah.
That's how he had
He's like, oh shit, think he gotta be.
Yeah, and like in his face bore the marks of it. Like Joaquin, not the Navarrete fight. I mean, pretty much. I mean, he had like the big eggplant over his eye. Like dude's eye was swollen, but he gave him his props though. But this one was different because I feel like Lopez still touched him enough where Joaquin was. You can see that motherfucker was in pain. Like dude was just like. Like usually Joe Gonzalez has like one expression. He had that one expression with Navarrete, but this one he just looked like he was like fuck, like this motherfucker was hitting me.
Like he was gritting his teeth through them shots. Like he was like, Argh.
Yeah.
But Ronaldo slowed down a little though. I feel like Ronaldo slowed down a little bit though, like halfway through.
Who?
Lopez.
Yeah, Lopez.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he definitely slowed down. He slowed down a little too much for my liking. Like it was the drop off. And the thing is, when he slows down, he's not boxing.
Right.
Like, so it's like you really see him lose control of the ring.
He's a weird
when Chad Dawson used to take a round off, he would still box and he win the round. Like these niggas ain't built like that no more. Like you literally could tell when they take the round off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and because I think Lopez was just thinking because I did all this damage that he was gonna fall, but Joe Gonzalez did not fall. Like bro, like he stood in there, and took the fight to him, and like that's a point where it's like Joe Gonzalez outworked him down the stretch. Like I said, now if it was like 115-113 to Lopez or a draw, again I would have not batted an eye all that much. It was like okay, cool. But the scores that were announced for that shit, good lord, like
horrible.
Yeah, when the only score that was somewhat even reasonable, maybe was the 116-112. You got a real fucking problem, like.
And even then, I think 116-112 is like. Kind of like you giving Lopez.
Like, it wasn't like how fucking what's his name Kriegel was like I thought you won the fight, man. I thought you won the fight, like nonstop in the ring.
Yeah,
honestly it could have gone either way, but as a 115-113, it was kind of like a Lomachenko-Haney fight where it's not a robbery, but you could have either guy winning. Like, but I just felt like Gonzalez got the better work. Like,
right, yeah.
That's why when niggas was on Twitter talking about, oh man, this fight really wasn't close and shit, I'm like, what the fuck were y'all watching? Like, it's got to the point, like, man, like, I besides a handful of you motherfuckers on Twitter, I really can't like pay attention to y'all fight like observations. Like, y'all niggas suck. God damn!
Like that shit was closest, and like usually, like, I'm
seeing niggas up here like, what's the problem? I'm like, what?
Yeah. Okay, look, Joe Gonzalez had close fight with Dogby. That was a close fight. He didn't have a close fight. He did not have a close fight with Navarrete or Stevenson. Like those were not close fights. This one was close enough that Lopez could have, if he had gotten, should have gotten beaten.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. At first I thought for sure Lopez won, but when they're calling the cards, or like when they got to the calling the score, I was like, damn. Lopez could lose this fight. I thought in my mind, I was like, "Damn, Lopez could lose this fight," and I wouldn't be surprised if he lost.
Yeah, but it seems like now they're trying to put Joe Gonzalez in this role, like a jumper to the stars role. It's like, okay, you're gonna face a champion, and you might lose this shit, but like they just gave him a 118, 110, and a 111. Like, ain't no way was that. Yeah, I don't fuck with Joe Gonzalez because he's a racist, but even I know he didn't lose by them damn scores. Like, nah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, dude's a racist piece of shit.
Definitely
but the toxic fan in me is too impartial. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I just can't just go, even though he's racist, whatever. I can't say he looked horrible, whatever, or he didn't deserve to win. Like, nah.
Yeah,
I'm not like, that bad. Like,
he looks like a racist, like would be a cop in another life, like Mikey Garcia. But at least Mikey Garcia got skills.
Yeah.
More like
Gonzalez got skills too.
No,
but
I
it's
know.
levels.
Mikey got high level skills. I mean, yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah, no, I mean, Joe's a good boxer. I mean, he's competitive. I mean, the dogbo fight was a good fight. You know, it was a real good fight. That he might have. I thought he could have won that fight against Dogbe.
Yeah, he could have won that. He could have definitely won that fight too.
The problem
yeah,
is, when they put you in that role, you start losing fights.
You're in that
you really
role.
could have won.
That's
a hard thing about the role. Like you don't get those calls no more.
Yeah, you're not high level. You're basically the gatekeeper to the champion. To
Yeah, and dude should have.
You got to knock niggas out in order to damn win.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, low-key, I mean, that fight was almost close to a fight of the year candidate. Like like I said, it was a hard fight. Like Lopez was a little bit touch up, not as much as Joe. Because Joe was like, he was like I said, pain on his face. Like that shit was a hard fight, and
But Lopez was getting his damn shit pushed back with the right edge. His head was snapping back.
Hell yeah. Yeah, Lopez is gonna have to clean that shit up. Like, I mean, like you can probably see the reason why that dude lost to Ruben Villa so widely. A boxer. Obviously, Ruben Villa might actually have a chance of beating it if Ruben Villa can continue to win. He might actually be able to repeat that.
Yeah, Villa's low-key underrated. I feel like. I mean, he always be catching a wreck on these undercards. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
It's just we seen his level at Navarrete, but then Navarrete's a lot better than we thought he was. But y'all called that fight. I was the one that got it wrong.
Yeah. No, but it was just the way that because Villa was the technical and dude had a hell of a time trying to keep up with dude, trying to box with dude because he was getting hit with a lot of shit that was unorthodox even for someone like Villa. So it was just like it was a quick nightmare for him.
Lopez be having some weird unique style to his shit, and it works for him, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna make no mistake. Lopez is beating names, we put respect because he's not just beating dude has been.
Although I feel he's a little overrated, but slightly, he is beating names because me and Pat had that convo in the chat. We was at a stalemate. Damn, he's overrated, but.
It's just featherweight.
Quality niggas.
Featherweight's a real deep division. There's just no clear-cut number one. You know what I'm saying? You watch these fights, you think, damn, Inoue could probably go undisputed, but it's still a good division.
Inoue will fuck him up. Dude, look, Lopez is a dude where his style, you want to get out fast and start boxing him. Mm-hmm. A guy like Amir Khan would be bad for Lopez.
How about Robisi?
Robisi,
the way Robisi fights now, yes. Mm-hmm. The thing is with Robisi, he has to do it the whole fight. I don't like how he had too many damn
cruise control
moments against Dogbe. He has the talent to blank Dogbe, mm-hmm. but Dogbe ended up being a 116, 112 type of competitive fight.
Right.
Is that the one where Dogbe
come on.
There were Dogbe got on the mic and was getting all mad and shit? Was that the same fight or was that something else? Remember Dogbe was mad about losing the fight? Wasn't that against Robisi?
That was that fight?
Yeah, it was against Robisi, yeah.
Where he went on a little rant.
Yeah. I mean, but he lost, but he did better than a lot of people thought he would do.
Most people thought he was going to get slumped.
He went the distance. Shit, he had a good fight.
They thought he was going to get slumped. Some people.
Yeah, he even buzzed Robisi, I think once.
Yeah, he did.
But you gotta. Inoue is a guy. First of all, Inoue is a guy who boxes like a power boxer. So he has that going, and you gotta box Lopez consistently. Get off first. Don't let him start doing these fucking. Get in his groove because he'll rattle off 13 punches in a row like this, and you either gotta move out the way or block that shit.
For 4 uppercuts, 4 hard uppercuts.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You got to be in front of him with those uppercuts. So, and he's strong. He has quick hands. So you can't let him start doing that shit. You start letting him doing that shit, or if you let him do that shit, you got to be able to weather it, dodge it, evade it, and then punch in between it, or fucking beat his ass when he's trying to rest. Because he doesn't have defense when it comes to punching in between punches or single shots. He's there to be hit. It's just that he has defensive awareness when he's not doing shit. He knows how to use the ring and evade punches and aggression and shit. I'll give Lopez that. His defense is like 50-50. He's good when it's just defense, but it's trash when it's just defense and offense.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, because pretty much once he starts gassing out, he doesn't get a second win that easily. I don't think I've seen him get a second win at all. He kind of like
he doesn't like.
Yeah,
and he's not a guy who has that like. He doesn't come up like, to me. I don't see that dog in him where he'll be gassed and he'll still try to slug it out sometimes to kind of be like keep you in your place or to show heart. Like, you know, guys like Pascal and Jermaine Taylor. They get gassed, but you really have to body them in the late rounds to body them because they'll kind of hang in there and they'll throw at you sometimes, or you know they'll throw like the end of the last Taylor Hopkins fight is what I'm like. You'll see what I'm talking about. Shit like that. So Lopez, he really gets dominated in these damn second half of these fights, and he got to stop at that shit.
Yeah, because eventually it's gonna cost him his title if he's not careful.
Yeah. Let a nigga get out there and win the first 8 rounds clean on him. Then what?
It's a wrap. How about Lee Wood? What y'all think about Lee Wood against him?
Lee Wood beats him.
Damn. So is he the weakest champ? Because I think Ray Vargas versus Figueroa.
Honestly, because Lee Wood power boxes. He would honestly do it. He would honestly kind of do it. I'd expect Inoue to do, but just Inoue would do it better.
Right.
Inoue would probably finish him in like maybe 5 rounds. Lee Wood maybe 8 or 9.
If even.
if even, because Lee Wood hits hard. Like, and for somebody who's just there to be hit when they not doing anything else, like,
yeah.
He don't know how to win rounds. Well, he don't know, like Lopez don't know how to take rounds off.
No, because he fights in this rhythm, his own rhythm, and then until he gasses. Because, like I said, it's all power for him. Because he has a lot. You know, he'll throw all these power shots or whatever, and they'll land. But if they don't land with regular, or the fighter's just able to absorb him, so, he gasses, and you know, it's like putt. You know, dude doesn't have. I mean, it's very rare that he puts foot to ass from beginning to end.
So if you're a consistent boxer, you got him. I'm not saying he easy work for anybody. Nah, like I don't want no one to listen to this and be like, "Yo, this nigga shot there wilding." Like, nah. I'm just saying that he's there. You know, right game plan. Because, like in my personal eyes, I didn't see him lose to Warrington and Gonzalez, but it's like I said, they're not robberies or anything. I'm not saying these niggas is robbed. I'm just saying that I technically had them winning, but the fights were close and competitive enough where it could have gone either way.
Right, and
I'm not going to argue anybody who had them losing.
Right, whereas the scores in the Warrington fight were close anyway, so you couldn't really be like, okay, this is some more bullshit.
Yeah.
Where the Gonzalez scores were not reflective of the fight at all.
But then you got people who actually felt like the fight was really that though.
Yeah,
that's why I'm just like, yo, I don't know, like I'm good on like, you know, there's shout outs to the real niggas out there who be seeing it for what it is, but like I just be on a Ring Game podcast if I want to discuss the fights for real, because even if we disagree here, it's never really to the extreme. There's always like some semantic shit, but niggas be on some like, nah, man, you know, Kawasaki Lacey was pretty close. What do you mean? Like, they'll say some shit like that. Like, what you mean? I had Adamek up the first 4 rounds against Dawson. Nigga, stop. Like, what? What you mean? Corrales had Floyd down 3-1 in their fight. Like, the fuck are you niggas coming from?
You know, but
hold on. Let me hit up these comments real quick, Pat. My bad, yo. Oh, salute, Kang Sung. What it do? Finally, bro. Like, damn. Like, when a shot y'all done had your birthday last week and shit. You show up now, like what's good? Henny guy, what it do? Salute, twin, what it do? Deontay Jones, man, what it do? Salute. Y'all gonna speak on that new shit? Come on, nigga, this fucking ring gang, bro. Like, nigga, like we love Nas over here. Pause. I'm just saying, like, dude,
Thursday,
like,
yeah, we'll do it Thursday for sure.
Yeah, Thursday, like that goes without being said. Like, we
I
don't
know.
like,
King was
every
like,
Nas album.
King wants us to do it on Friday. I'm like, sorry, bro. Thursday's better usually for us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Thursday, like, look, dude, like Thursday is like the format, bro. Like Friday is like special shit, nigga. Like,
Friday. Yeah, Fridays usually because a lot of us do, and we do have social lives. So it's like, you know, Fridays is like, either that, unless we're doing like an interview. If we get interviewed and it can be done on Friday, then we really.
Yeah, it's usually an interview. Friday's usually an interview, huh?
Usually an interview, or it's some special type of shit, or some random shit. Cause it's Ring Gang, but yeah, the last couple Friday shows been like interviews. So Friday special. We just ain't gonna do no regular shit on Friday, nigga.
Right. But we always let you know in advance if we are doing a Friday show for definitely.
Yeah, of course. Like,
yeah,
because we talked about it like having guests on Friday and shit. So we got some Friday shit in the future. Just but chill. But yeah, we definitely gonna do the fucking Nas album this week, Thursday. So be fucking be locked in, stay tuned. Tell your friends, your cousin, your auntie, your baby mom, your father, your sister, whatever. Mm-hmm. Tell them niggas to be locked in.
And then Deontay Jones, man. Again, I'm ignoring your Eagles comment because our teams are both undefeated right now. So it's like, it's whatever. Like when
hold on, do y'all niggas play this in this season though?
Of course, we're in the same division. Of course we do.
Oh, y'all don't know what divisions y'all in. Shit, I'm just asking a casual question, like, because then I know it's like, okay, y'all gotta probably do like y'all gonna really talk shit if that happens. That's all I know. Like, that's how.
Yeah. The Eagles and Cowboys face each other twice a year every season because they're in the same division, NFC.
Oh, so y'all go twice? Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
One in Philadelphia, one at that shithole in Texas. And it is a shithole in Texas. And I dare anyone to tell me otherwise.
This nigga said, like, I'm gonna get these bars off.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, anything I want to put on that card. I mean, I gotta say, Xander's ass probably impressed me for the first time in a while.
Oh, fuck yeah, you're right. Yeah, speak on it.
Yeah, because when he fought Valenzuela, like. Valenzuela is a puncher. He does punch pretty fucking hard, but I honestly I was expecting Zayas to actually go the distance with him. Zayas decided that he had something better to do. Like he dropped dude twice in the first round, and then he gave dude probably one of the nastiest cuts on the bridge of the nose. Like that shit had a life of its own. It was talking, nigga. Like you like
shit squirting blood and everything. Like even the doctor was like, nah, man, like yo.
Yeah, and for thing, ESPN again, the dirty cameras on ESPN, they be catching these weird fucking like that shit.
Nigga, I'm seeing the blood flow like it's like I'm seeing the cells molecules in the blood.
Right, nigga,
it was so good.
Yeah, like that shit was like, I mean, it's like Jesus, it's like, oh my god, like I mean that was like profusely, like that was one of those weird cuts you pray that you don't ever have. Like dude was better off having like a broken nose than having blood come out from the top like that.
Yeah, like how the fuck you get cut like that? And your nose not. I think his nose was broken, but it's just the cut. The cut was like the icing on the cake.
Probably, yeah. That was just like, god damn, that shit is rough. Like, and
cut was so bad it distracted from the broken noseness. Yeah,
because like I mean, Valenzuela to his credit, he was a G. He wanted to continue, but yeah, the doctor was like, "Hey, like, nah, bro, like, yeah, I understand though, but nah, you like, your nose is spitting, that's a disqualification."
Yeah, and you're with a puncher, like, nah, dude, like, Live the fight another day, bro. It's all good, man.
Yeah,
like,
there's guys though.
but we know you wanted it though. Like we know you was there to bring it. So
so nothing but respect for that. But Xander says like he was like, yeah, finally, like he did something else. Okay, like that we wait for more performances of that nature. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
So yeah, but
him and Joey Gonzalez really did impress me. Like I go, what was it about this card? Like it was just like everybody was like, yo, hey nigga, we gotta look good. Like
I'm saying, I don't know what it was, but yeah, they were just like, it was Mexican independence. Joey Gonzalez is Mexican, so it's like,
but Zay is Puerto Rican though.
Yeah, but Zanzez is Puerto Rican, so I don't know.
Oh, so hold on, so that means he had to show up he had to one up the Mexicans and then
probably.
Oh, okay, all right, that explains that. All right, never mind. Okay,
Yeah.
but yeah, great fucking. I won't say great card, good card, very good card.
Yeah, like I said, sometimes, like I said, as obviously as we're getting ready to get into like probably bigger cards in the culminating this month with Canelo and Charlo, because we like I said, it's good to at least have cards at least start building up some momentum. And speaking of that,
fuck, hold on, Pat. Can I say one thing, yo, before fucking you? So I could just close out the recap. Saying,
oh yeah, go ahead, bro.
Apologies, God. One thing I gotta say, I forgot to mention this when we was talking about Golden Boy, but man, y'all niggas gotta step y'all bread up, saying y'all kept tweeting and reposting that valet weigh-in shot, and y'all only broke Shorty off with damn 70K.
It was nice. It was nice to see it, but it wasn't that nice.
like I'm saying, like they kept cheesing with it though. Like it was nice, I'm saying, but like if y'all gonna cheese like that and use her to draw interest to your card, and she's not the main event or even the co-main, break Shorty off, nigga. Like she should have cleared like 100K, nigga.
She's fit. I can't lie. She's
fit as fuck, like. But I'm just saying, like. So Ring Game Radio, we advocate for women's boxing and boxing as a whole. Nobody else probably gonna even say this shit, but I'm saying it. Niggas could be like, damn, y'all only saying that because she looked good or whatever. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm just saying.
That's fucking right. Fucking right.
That's where we're only boxing channel that talks about every women's fight. Every women's card.
Yeah, we do. Like, oh my god, like man.
None of these other big publications be talking about this shit like us, man.
Yeah. You see it, nigga. Like, dude, we it might be some random shit, but we talk about the fucking fight and we describe it and we enjoy that shit. I mean, if it's a good fight, it's a good fight. It's a bad fight, bad fight. But yeah, like but like, damn, if she's making 70K for that, what the fuck y'all gonna pay her when y'all have a fight Estrada?
And Valet is a whole champion too, dope, unified champion at that.
Thank you. Like getting 70K, really? Really? No wonder niggas be leaving y'all. Come on, bro. Like,
Oscar gotta fund his lifestyle somehow.
Then don't use Shorty to be fucking all promoting your card like that. Like, especially if she ain't get fucking co-main or main event. Like, there was like, damn, we got Shorty ass all out. Okay, yeah. Double cheeked up, got the buns out. Yes. Mm-hmm. They keep reposting that every fucking 17 minutes.
Exactly.
But then it's like, oh yeah, we could give her 70K, nigga. Like, really?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, just do better, nigga. Like, come on, just do better.
Absolutely, yeah. But like I said, as you know, boxing's, like I said, this month it's picking up, and we have two fight cards this coming weekend. Obviously, the biggest one, of course, is in the heavyweight division. As you've heard us talk about the heavyweight division, it's not so good. The heavyweight division is not so good these days. Like it's been a largely a disappointment this year, except for these two. These two actually are part of are part of the rare part of what's been good about the heavyweights. Of course, talk about Joyce and Zhang. The rematch. The first fight, though, is considered an upset because Zhang was a sizable underdog, and Zhang went in there, and this is JoJo's coming off a brutal knockout of Joseph Parker, and then Joyce loses all this weight, looks pretty damn good too, like body wise, and forgot how it didn't seem to know how to fight a southpaw, Zhang, who closed his eye and stopped him within 6 rounds. So it was a disappointment to everyone, considering that Joyce, for his reputation, was the juggernaut. He had been walking through shots. He had been walking through hellacious shots, and then he gets stopped by a closed eye. From someone that he was probably someone who's probably the same speed as him, like same like slow and everything. So now we have the rematch, and one thing I've seen, because I've seen in both the pictures, both Joyce and Zhang look fucking lean as hell, especially Zhang, because there was a video of him hitting the speed bag. I was like, God damn, this motherfucker looked like he kind of lost some weight, like some serious weight out there. And and Joyce looked like he kind of maintained what he had before, like in the first fight. So it's just like, so I mean, I think probably the thing with Zhang is Zhang looks like he's probably looks like he probably figured out Joyce's plan. Is like, hey, let's wait, let's try to get him into the second half of the fight, and then hopefully tire out, and then Joyce will just do work there. But something tells me I don't think that's gonna be the case this time. LB, man, what do you think about this fight?
I'm kind of looking forward to this fight. It's a good fight. Like you said, it's one of the better heavyweight matchups fights that's happened this year. The first one being Johnny Rice's upset win that kind of kick-started the heavyweights this year.
Yes, sir.
And this kind of put like a little stamp on it, like on some like, okay, and we back at it. So I fucks with this fight. Excuse me. Let's double down on some shit. The things Pat was saying about the first fight. One thing I do disagree. I disagree with you. They're both slow, but Zhang does have the quicker hands.
Mm-hmm.
But as fighters overall, moving about type shit, they're slow. They're both kind of slow. So, but Zhang has a little more craftiness than Joyce. Joyce is kind of just there to be hit, doesn't move his head, hands up there.
Right.
He was coming on late in the fight. I felt like he, but he was still like fighting against time because the swelling.
Right.
And that's what happens with defense. He ain't had a defense where he could have minimized the swelling by getting hit less. So, that cost him, even though, he was kind of heating up and the momentum was in his favor. So,
right.
And now both of them being lean or staying lean, I kind of want to see the activity, but I kind of want to see like somebody like, take a more definite control, because Joyce was always in the fight in the first fight.
Sure was.
He was just getting hit with the bigger shots, but his activity was more consistent.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like I kind of see the same thing this time. I don't know if you could teach a new old dog new tricks with Joyce.
Yeah, because the thing with Joyce though is like, how you lose all that weight and thinking to myself, oh, you're gonna use it to be, and still try to fight the same weight as you used to before when you were heavier. Like that's the thing that kills.
And still be slow about it.
Yeah.
Like how you not get quicker?
Yeah, I was like, ain't no way. Like, you don't go down to 250, 255, 254, whatever the fuck, and you're over there thinking you're gonna move forward on a bigger fighter like that. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, I figure if you're losing all the weight, you either want to be moving or you have some slickness to you or something. But yeah, that was just the thing. It was just like, it's like then why did you lose all the weight for? Like seriously, like it was just
Why not like lift weights and get cut with it, like get actual strong, like
Right.
Just lost weight to lose weight. Like, it did not even improve your style. Like, at least when you would see Chris Arreola would lose weight at times, he would throw more punches.
Right. His activity was through the roof. Like,
Yeah. That's why everybody always got on him early in his career. Like, yo, like, you look way better when you're lighter.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I don't know, but I am kind of torn. I do feel the fight play out the same way.
Mm-hmm.
But a part of me still feels like I gotta pick Joyce on some damn. But this might be Joshua Usyk again for us if we still looking at Joyce as the winner.
Facts.
Where it's like, damn, like this guy should win this fight, but he just can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
He can't execute it. But like if we had a remote and we could control him, we would win the fucking fight.
Yeah, because
if you put us in his body, we would win this fucking fight easily.
Yeah. So what round? So what do we think about? What do you think about the result? Is it gonna be a KO or a decision, or what round?
I could see a KO because a part of me feels like if Joyce, he's getting a second chance, he's gonna want to be a little more deliberate with the pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Hands got to be a little heavier, and he got to be a little more urgent. The last fight got stopped in what, like the 9th round, 8th round?
It was like 6.
Damn! It was only 6 rounds. Fuck.
I think it was only 6 rounds. Yeah, it didn't go that long. Like this shit was like.
Yeah, why I felt like it should have been. It went long. Because my prediction was for it to go a little longer. So
yeah,
damn.
that shit. Oh yeah, that shit went 6. Yep.
6 rounds. So wow.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, at this rate, Joyce may as well just start a slugfest in the first round. But he would lose because he ain't got the craftiness. So
mm-hmm.
I almost can see this nigga completely fooling all of us and moving backwards and try to back foot box this nigga for the first couple rounds. And throw us all for a fucking loop. Just to kind of make what's his name? Zhang get a little tired.
Yeah, because although, like I said, just for the fact that Zhang looks like, I mean, well, obviously the weigh-in will tell a difference, but I mean, if dude looks like, if dude's in the 250s too, then like it could be interesting. Well, it's gonna be back foot boxing. Like, I mean, I wouldn't expect Zhang to be to get tired that easily.
It'll be like what Spence did against Garcia. Like, you think he's gonna fight one way and then ding, and it's like he just starts moving around the ring and making Zhang come to him on some like, I'm gonna try to like wear him out a couple rounds like this, and then I'm gonna just pressure him right afterwards.
I just hope Joyce sparred with a southpaw because it looked like he never fought a southpaw in his life.
Yes, shout out to Joshua. He just came in and said that. Hopefully,
Joyce. Yeah, exactly. I didn't read your comment, Joshua.
Yeah,
I know
sparring partners this time.
Yeah,
that's a
that's Joyce could have been. There were niggas saying Joyce was the top heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? Fury was ducking him. I mean, I'm just saying.
I mean, he was.
Motherfucker, he was. Dude, hold on. Wait.
There was a narrative about Joyce being that nigga at heavyweight. You know what I'm saying?
But it wasn't a narrative.
I mean, clearly, kind of it was because Zhang proved it wasn't.
What the fuck? Like, wait. Hold on. Nah. See, damn, pilot.
Well, explain it.
All right. The reason why I say it wasn't a narrative because if he didn't have a win like the Joseph Parker win,
and Dubois was a good win too, yeah.
And the Dubois, what the fuck? Like,
no,
are you on Ring Gang Radio? Like,
but I'm saying he was doing his thing, but he wasn't there. I read comments.
Dude, in this heavyweight division, as slow as boxing is, he had 2 like defining wins.
He had 2 really good wins. I'm just saying, people were saying he would beat Fury and Wilder and all this shit. You know what I'm saying?
He was right up there with him, dude. He got better wins than Wilder.
I guess you could say that. I guess, yeah.
No fucking guy guess you can say that.
It's true. But I'm saying Wilder has a better legacy. I'm just saying Wilder. I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, that happens when you win a fucking heavyweight championship.
Yeah, and defend it 10 times, 11 times. You know what I mean? I'm just saying the narrative. The same people that were saying all this shit have not been saying much ever since Zhang beat him. That was the point I'm trying to get at.
But the thing is, though, with Zhang, I mean, the reason why, I mean, obviously because Zhang already had. I mean, obviously he proved that first of all, I mean, he had the fight with Jerry Forrest. That fight in itself he should have lost. Like that. That's the big thing on his record. That's like, yeah, like no. Like he should have lost that fight. 3 knockdowns and all.
And remember, Joyce was thrashing guys like Forrest.
Yeah, right. And he should have probably honestly beat Hrgovic. I felt like.
Yeah, and and the Hrgovic fight was close, and that's where he at least.
Even though I felt like Hrgovic got a gift on that, if Zhang is who he's supposed to be, he should have kind of put his foot in his ass a little more or something.
Yeah, because
it made that more definite. Like, you know what I mean?
Because he let Hrgovic off the hook too many times. Hrgovic was able to hurt him, especially hurt him.
That's what it was. Yeah. You said it better than I could. Thank you.
Yeah, so it's like so like I said, even if Hrgovic got a gift, Hrgovic was able to do something that that was the thing with Zhang. And Zhang, of course, like I said, the Forrest when like dude was getting ready to collapse at the end of the Forrest fight, and he should have
Zhang is good enough where his name is up there, but he did what he was supposed to do. Like we keep criticizing him for not definitively beating niggas, but he definitively beat Joyce,
right?
And it's like you can't really say a narrative with Joyce earned his spot. Like Joyce legit became like a top 5, top 7 heavyweight.
Right. Yeah.
It wasn't just like you had people just kind of just rewriting history with the whole like, and y'all was saying Joyce could do this. Y'all was saying like, yeah, like he was showing us he could. He ran into someone who, the better man that night. Like the fuck.
Yeah, he did.
It happens.
Yeah.
But I'd rather see him try to go against all these types of styles and fail, so we could at least know what to expect when he gets a championship level fight.
Right. And I mean, obviously, this will be for the interim WBO belt, like I said, because they're pretty much Joyce needs that in order to actually get back to the position of actually trying to be next for a title shot. Pilot, how do you think this fight will go? By the way,
Mr. Narrative.
Again, I hope, like Joshua always said, I hope Crawford. I hope that fucking Zhang. I hope Joyce has brought in some sparring partners, some southpaws, because he looked forward to the southpaw and his eye was getting fucked up, and his defense. It's just him having a steel granite chin, but he was getting his eye popped, and it was bad. But it was a surprising performance the first go around, and I don't think much will change. I think Joyce might take better account of himself early on. You know what? I'm gonna pick Joyce by decision. Actually, I'm gonna pick Joyce by decision. I think he'll make the proper adjustments that he early on in the fight. And Zhang will still do his thing, but Zhang is old. I mean, they're both old for 30 in their late 30s, really late 30s. But I think Joyce will have a little more in the tank, whereas Zhang fades late. And I think this go around he'll avoid getting stopped, and I think he'll win a decision, like a 116, 112 type shit. I mean, I think he might drop. I think he might be able to drop Zhang. You never know.
I mean, Zhang has not been. Neither of them have ever been dropped.
Yeah. Zhang is a big motherfucker.
Yeah.
There's no picture of him and Yao Ming that exists. But anyways,
although Jerry Forrest was very close to dropping, dude. Like,
yeah. And then because he
had him like out on his feet.
He does fade late. He fades. I mean, because if that eye wasn't fucked up, I mean, I know it's kind of a big if.
But you gotta run him. You gotta run him fast though. Like Joyce was on the verge of that, but he kept taking too much punishment.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. If Joyce if the fight didn't get called off and they went the distance, I mean, maybe we would have saw a different fight in the second half. But
Zhang wasn't going the distance in that fight. He looked almost done when the fight was stopped.
That's what I'm saying. So I think Joyce will weather the storm and he'll get a decision here, but it'll be a good fight.
I mean, I think Joyce will probably be able to stop him. I'm talking about maybe Joyce might stop him in like 11 or something like that. You know,
Wow, I don't even think it gets that far.
I mean, I'm just based off. I'm thinking that. I mean, Joyce now I think hopefully has learned his lesson, and hopefully will not try to walk through this dude instead of actually, try to box a little bit, try to wear him out that way in the first half of the fight. So the second half of the fight, he can actually attempt to walk through dude. But I think this time Joyce learns lesson and will actually. It'll be like one of those slower kids. I think the jab that we saw him use against Dubois will probably be in effect this time. And yeah, I honestly think he's going to do damage to that, do damage to Zhang, and to the point where he will get the stoppage late in the fight. So, but yeah, we need Zhang to but like I said, Joyce has to because.
Joyce by KO 8 rounds. Yeah. I've never made a prediction. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was going to ask, did you make a prediction? Okay.
So yeah,
this thing could probably be remembering.
I was going to ask you, but I don't want to get that scroll up. See, I've been trying to avoid hearing y'all niggas say scroll up. So.
No, nigga, damn, bro, like you good, nigga, jeez, right? Like,
so you pick Joyce. So you're picking Joyce by the 8th round.
Yeah.
To stop him. Okay.
Yep, 8th round, 11th round, and a decision.
Yeah, so. I could see it. I thought we would all go for. I thought y'all were gonna go for Zhang and this shit because he won the first one.
Nah, it's one of those. It's like style makes fights. I think Joyce just only has to make one improvement and he wins this. Where Zhang has to damn live a fitter lifestyle, better activity, like. Mm-hmm. He got to still. It's just I look at this as the Lee Wood Lara. Right. I said Lee Wood just had to tighten up the defense, keep the hand up to the left, box in circles, don't stay on the ropes, keep your power punches, and what he did, beat his ass, shut him out.
All right, so I'm just looking at the odds for this. So Moneyline has. Joe Joyce as the slight underdog at plus 106, Zhang at minus 134. For method of victory, a Zhang decision is plus 400, a Zhang KO is plus 160, draw 1600, Joyce points 260, Joyce KO 360. So,
oh wow, It's not bad. Like they feel like it could happen.
Right, yeah, exactly.
I can't wait to see the prop bets when they drop those.
I mean, that was the prop.
I'm talking about like the round, like 8th round KO.
Oh, let me just see. Because they have a lot of them out. Let's see, boxing specials.
Word.
Group. Right now they have the group round betting. Oh, let's see. What round will the fight end? Okay, here we go. What round the fight will end? So round 1, 4,500. 2, 2,800. 3, 2,800, 4, 2,300, 5, 2,000, 6, 1,500, 7, 1,200, 8, 1,000, 9, 1,200, 10, 12, 1,200, 11, 1,400, and 12, 1,500. Yeah. So that's so they damn near thought of everything.
I definitely look at the middle round range, like all my degenerates out there. If you considering, I would look at anything between 6 to 9 rounds.
Right.
Like real shit, Because Joyce ain't the explosive type of guy that I could see where he could just get some out there early. And Zhang is a little durable.
Oh, excuse me. Round 12 was plus 1,700. Why am I saying 1,500?
Oh, damn. If that fight goes 12 rounds, I'll be super surprised.
Yeah.
If it goes to the 10th round, I'll be surprised.
Yeah, because usually, because if heavyweights are still just at 11, that means the fight was either a shit fight or it's an absolute war.
Especially with these two.
Yeah.
Because, heavyweight fights do go the distance, or do go late at times, but damn, niggas who punch like this and who open to get hit.
Yeah, like I said, like I said, you hope that they would actually would try to end things. But like I said, but like I said before, if it goes into 11 and it's clearly trending towards Fight of the Year candidate and they put serious hand on each other, hey, we're not mad at it. That just means the work rate is they're motivated and they're trying to win. But yeah, if they're like staring, posing, making faces at each other, that type of bullshit, then yeah, that's unacceptable.
Facts.
But and of course that's an afternoon card. So yeah, I'm not talking about anything because like I said, it's one of the, again.
They got like Zach Parker and some other names, but they're not facing nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like Yarde,
it's one of those cards, which
Yarde,
is
I saw Yarde, I saw Zach Parker. Like, cool. I'm like, look at the other side. I'm like, to be determined, basically, niggas. You know what I'm saying? TBD, niggas. I don't care about that.
Yeah, it's like it's gonna be one of those long cards. If you want to watch this card, it'll probably start between that fight. It will start between like probably 4:30 and 5:30, give or take, somewhere around there for the main event. Because like I said, they don't ever build up the undercard for anything for Joe Joyce and for them ever. And then we got
none of them niggas, man. Jeez,
none of them. But then we got the other one later on that night, of which our brother King P is actually going to be in the house for, Eddie with the Florida card. I know, LB, like I said, the lone card that he went to was an Eddie Florida card, and yeah, it's always,
I mean, Eddie hasn't had a better Florida card than that card though.
That's also facts. Yeah.
That Florida card, I went to the one, and it was the last card before the world changed forever.
Exactly. Yeah, it was. That Florida card is actually it's one of Eddie's better American cards because the shit moved. Like the shit was dope. Except for
it's special. It's a special time. It was the only card Ring Gang was at for a year, for a while too.
Yeah, it was. And that was when I used to be on the road every 2-3 months or some shit.
Yeah, King P kind of took your place this year. 2019, Pat was all-star that year. This nigga was globetrotting. He was just yo, here I'm at this fight, that fight, this fight, this fight. That fight, this fight, nigga was everywhere. But now it's got King P. This nigga King P really he traveling with the Ring Gang. So we out there, nigga.
Yeah, salute. Yeah, so yeah, no, it's
me. I just be here, nigga. You know what I mean?
And then of course we're gonna try to get Pilot out there too. It's just we're of course we're trying to get up for the Haney program whenever that gets settled. If it's going to be in Vegas or not, because they're going to talk about that San Fran shit, which I think we'll rant about another time.
He's technically from San Fran, right?
Yeah.
He's from Oakland, yeah.
Well, people, what's your pick? I don't think we heard your pick for this fight.
Sorry, my bad. My shit got booted off. For what fight?
Joyce Zhang.
I actually think Joyce is going to get his get back.
What round?
10th round.
Okay.
Damn, y'all motherfuckers think this shit going late.
I mean, one can only hope, bro.
I thought the Hergovich fight wasn't going to go past 5. You know what I'm saying? That went the distance. So, you know what I'm saying? So,
I hope this is one where we all get it right because I hate that all for us to get it wrong, man.
Oh, wait, hold up. Y'all all picked Joyce?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, you could have been the one that I told you so, but it's on.
Pilot's the one that picked Joyce by decision. Everyone else is not because all the ones.
Wait, hold on. This is not going a decision, regardless.
Well, I didn't think Joyce. I don't think Zhang and Hergovich was going to go past 5. So I'm just saying, I think it might.
I mean, it's going to go past 5.
I'm going to talk about it. I can see it late.
You said go past 5 minutes.
This is not going the distance, regardless of who wins.
Yeah.
Yeah,
most likely, no. It made more sense if I picked last. I probably would have said knockout, but I'm gonna stand with my guns.
And those prop bets looking good, King P too, yo. We might have to talk
for what? For
Joyce KO.
Well, I mean, I'm in Florida, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, fucking loser. Goddamn Florida. Fuck y'all. Damn, no, hold on. No. Time out, Hold on, reverse that. Hold on, yeah. Hold on. Nah, Florida, you just be like so disgusted to me sometimes, but yeah, I love Florida.
I'm gonna have to talk to Pat about those prop bets.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to get in on that on Saturday. So I'll send him
like
the
some
money.
good action, right?
Or definitely.
And even if I was in New York,
yeah, because unfortunately, FanDuel uses locations. So yeah, even if you are registered in New York and all that shit, if you're in Florida, it's like no.
Yeah, not even VPN go past that.
Well, even if I was in New York hasn't been doing the UK fights. Like it's annoying.
Hoes.
Yeah, and what did it say? Because it was some sort of like agreement.
It's a legal issue, an undisclosed legal issue.
Just fuck everything at this point. Shit.
Well, I guess I should be happy that Massachusetts seems to. I seem to get the fights I'm looking for when I need to bet.
Because New York and Florida are like popular states, nigga. That's why.
And then Massachusetts I just pay a shitload in taxes, so they're like, yeah, we'll give you this little gambling thing. We're still gonna collect on them taxes.
Damn. Wait, so what is that? A Commonwealth state?
Yeah, it is.
Ooh.
So yeah, it's Massachusetts. I get lucky, but yeah, I guess you'll probably hit me up after later just to. So I can tell you what the round props is looking like, But I just rattled them off a little bit.
I know the 8th round was plus 1,000,
something like that. Yeah,
and I think they went to like 1,500, 1,200, shit like that.
1,700, all that.
What's round 10 looking like?
I think that was like 1,500.
Something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I only made sure to remember around 8.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much 1 through 5 are like those are the big ones right there. Pause. And yeah, round 10 is 1,200. Round 12 is 1,700. So, But yeah, though, yeah. I guess you guys have to hit me up later on that shit, so I can if I have to put in bets for y'all. But
scumbags.
But but at least Florida, like I said, Eddie Carter in Florida, but at least for once, they actually Eddie at least made like it might be a crossroads fight for sure. It's absolutely a crossroads fight.
Is it? Is this a crossroads or a showcase fight?
Boom, boom,
boom,
boom,
I don't think it's a showcase fight.
You really giving Zepeda a chance to look good like that against Hitchins?
Zepeda is not looking. Zepeda is going to be used as cannon fodder. Like, what are we talking about?
This is a showcase fight, nigga. This ain't no damn crossroads fight.
It's supposedly Hitchins' last fight with Matchroom, so.
Yeah, but Hitchins is gonna re-up. Where the fuck is he gonna go?
Yeah, that's true. You can see him at top. I mean, 140.
Go.
He should re-up, though. He should re-up. I'm seeing one.
But yes, Richardson, Hitchins, and Jose Zepeda, 12 rounds, thank goodness, in the main event. And, Hitchins, of course, is probably ever since he left Mayweather Promotions and stuff like that. Dude has been on a little bit of a roll there. He pretty much he's taken over Montana Love's role. Obviously without without a lot of fanfare yet. But dude has been doing his thing. There's no question about that.
He's talented.
Yeah. I mean, last time we saw him was earlier this year when he fought John Bowser, and he pretty much. I mean, now the only flaw that I found in that
scienced him to death. Yes,
I was.
Yeah, he knocked him down twice, but he didn't. And I think he tried to finish him, but just I don't know.
He did.
He really did.
Bowser was tough though, and Bowser was an undefeated guy.
Get out of here, bro! All that tough shit out the way.
I know you don't like Hitchins, but he's a good. I know you don't.
Wait, who's we like Hitchins?
I know you don't like him. Nah, he cool.
You just don't fuck with Hitchins. It's all good. I'm just saying.
Think it down. Hold on. How do I hate on this nigga? I'm just saying he a little like. He don't have that damn second gear he need to go into to be that nigga. Like,
I can see that.
It's like he's like Danny. He's like Devin Haney light.
He's like Haney-ish. Yeah, he's definitely Haney. Got some Haney in him.
But at least Haney will get aggressive and be like, put hands together. Like this nigga got like no passion. He's like Haney light mixed with a little Andre Ward.
I was just gonna say, I think Haney actually tries more than
interesting.
Hitchins.
He's talented fighter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He should have got Bowles. She should have got Bowles out of there. So, you know what I'm saying? He should have.
Of course, dude. Who is Haney going the distance with after he done dropped him twice and hurt him, and he just basically could control him with one hand?
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, come on, man.
And then of course we have Jose Zepeda, who he was
days,
only 34,
again.
but I mean, dude, right now, I mean, last time most of us saw him, you know, obviously, you know, he lost a title shot against Regis Prograis, and Prograis, you know, pretty much put his foot in his ass in a hard fight. You know, like, you know, that was a really hard fight. And then obviously, you know, we all think that the Baranchek fight took a lot out of him. It seemingly, you know, it looks like it. You know, even though he won the fight, and it's probably one of the greatest goddamn fights you've seen in the last couple of decades. You know,
I'm gonna put this. It's a top 20 fight of all time. Like it's that fucking good. Like it deserves this place. 8 knockdowns, nigga. Come on.
8 knockdowns and a brutal knockout. That's you don't find something like that. That doesn't happen.
Yeah.
That's why we all probably picked Josue Vargas to beat him. I mean, I'm not all, but I mean that's why people picked Jose Vargas to beat him.
Yeah.
Well, it's
and that in the Lundy performance.
Because of the
Lundy performance. Yeah, that was a bad one too. But I'm saying
that wasn't even mid. That was.
He got a second win after that. You know, like usually because you saw Baranchek. Baranchek got bodied by Love, and he's done. You know what I'm saying? Like that fight ruined him.
Yeah.
At least with Zepeda, like you know, I think now it's about time. You know, he's been through a lot of fights. You know, Regis beat his ass pretty bad. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, he got a win after that.
I mean, since then, Zepeda has one win. He fought an Indian cat on a Golden Boy card.
Like on a small Golden Boy card, right? Yeah, I didn't even watch that shit. He fought some Indian dude.
I watched the highlights of that. I didn't watch that either. I watched the highlights of it. And, you know,
did he get a KO?
No, he went the distance. Surprisingly,
did he look good?
He looked decent. You know, he wasn't like getting rocked or anything like that. It wasn't like one of those fights. It was just it was just like a regular workman-like performance though. But like I said, Zepeda does punch hard, so it's not like he can't punch.
Yeah.
So I mean that's why I think it's kind of a crossroads, more like a showcase, because Zepeda hasn't really hit that. I wouldn't call him a showcase because he's still pretty fucking dangerous. You know,
he was supposed to be a showcase for Jose Vargas.
It's like
but he's still a showcase though. The situation is still a showcase situation. But it's just Vargas ain't as good as Hitchins.
He's the one guy. Whenever I think of one, I was hyped on 140. He hasn't lived up fully to it, but it's still a deep division. But he's always the guy I always forget to bring up when you bring up the top, 140 guys. You never really say his name. You know what I mean?
I mean, we did until he lost to Prograis. Like,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Like the whole time, like we always used to be like, yo, cause dude, we was like, honestly, when you look back at it, nigga, we was campaigning for Zepeda to get a title fight. Like hard, like we was like,
he deserved it. He earned it.
Yeah.
He earned it.
He deserved it. He earned it. Yeah, right. But it's just damn, like he's one of those dudes you just wish would have just got over the hump. Like
some guys don't. I mean, you saw like Joette last week, 3 title fights, no title wins. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got him out there. The Rocky Warriors is the Obakars.
Yeah,
the guys who they get those title fights, but
Obakar didn't get a strap.
No.
Nah.
Oh, I thought he did. Yeah. I thought he had like a short range.
He did?
No, I don't know.
No, he did. No, he definitely.
Yeah, I was like, I don't remember him getting one.
No, he
had to fight some hard dudes.
Yeah. He was a victim of circumstances. You know what I mean? Yeah.
He was a victim of being in the wrong welterweight era. That was his problem.
Yeah, that was a crazy welterweight.
Yeah.
But some of these guys, you could say, damn, is Joey Gonzalez in the wrong era, or he just fought the wrong guys?
You just know that.
Because Navarrete and Stevenson are just some bad dudes. You put them anywhere.
Yeah.
Right. So it's I mean, Zepeda, like, you want him to win the title, but I mean, right now he's 34, and now the mileage is starting to add up. Is it more or less like, now is he really ripe for the taking to be beaten by someone like Hitchins, whose star seems to be on the rise, and it's like,
no way. No way. Hitchins gonna win this fight. So I'm just gonna have to.
Dude, look, the
what's your
bigger
prediction?
question is,
Will he knock him out? Will he get him out of there?
yeah, like
Yeah.
what kind of statement it was? What's the over under for Hitchins saying, you know what, I'm gonna make a statement this time? Because that's what he need, man, to get his name buzzing. Yo.
Yeah, because a decision against Zepeda is not gonna tread the needle. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's true.
Nope, not at all. Especially you want your name thrown out there with the tanks and
the big dogs. Yeah, the big dogs.
the big dogs out there. Like,
Yeah, especially since it's the last fight on this contract right now. So it's like you do this, you know, and then hey, PBC is like, hey, why don't you do this or play this? Like, you know,
because then he want the winner of Haney program.
I mean, he's got options. I mean, even if he wins a home decision, he Top Ranker or PBC will probably sign him because he's still
Yeah, but they ain't gonna know what to do with him if he win a whole home decision. But if he knock this nigga out, it's like, okay, yeah, we thinking we can line you up with this guy or that guy.
Yeah. We can make you a priority and shit.
Yeah. It's like somebody interviewing and they for a job and they got like a special talent that goes beyond what you're asking for them to do. You're like, oh shit, hold on, I could really. You start thinking of the future and shit.
Yes. Yeah. So I mean, so Pilot, what was your prediction again? I'm sorry.
I want to say Hitchins gonna win just by this.
Say it, nigga, you born ass nigga.
I'm gonna be fucking optimistic, glass full. I'm gonna say Hitchins will get a stoppage, probably some like corner or doctor stoppage, like in the 10th round or something. I'll say Hitchins in 10.
Yo, that'll be some shit though if Hitchins gets a corner stoppage. I'm not gonna lie.
Or the doctor check him out or something. Okay, no, wave it off or some shit. I don't know, something like that. I think, but I think he'll rise to the occasion. I think he's hungry for the moment.
What about you, LB?
If Hitchins knows what's good for him, he's gonna put these punches together and punish dude and get him out of there. Hitchins hits hard, accurate. It just he needs to put the oomph, like the passion on those shots.
Right.
So I think if he does that, he could get him out there in 7. So 7-round stoppage.
Word. Hey, yo, King P, what about you?
Hitchins going 12-0.
Mad confident. No one has any. I guess I'm the only one who has some faith in Zepeda. You know, I think
you picking Zepeda?
Yeah, by decision.
Oh wow!
What? Oh yeah, no.
Wow.
You bugging. You're respectful.
Pat trying to get his one of the year. Okay.
No, this ain't even no one of the year shit. Like I
no. I mean, it's feasible. Sounds feasible. It could happen.
I mean, you got to stand on that crossroads shit. So I guess it's the best way to do it because this got showcase written all over it.
Because if I look at the bets right now for Zepeda and Hitchins, the money line has Zepeda as the underdog, a plus 280 underdog, Hitchins minus 400.
Damn.
For method of victory, Hitchins decision minus 145, Hitchins KO plus 380, draw 1600, Jose Zepeda decision 700, Jose Zepeda KO 500.
Wow.
Yeah. So honestly, I mean that's why I find value in I mean, I might actually put something on the fucking Zepeda decision. Fuck the bullshit, nigga. Like,
what was the Hitchins by 7 rounds?
Let's see, Hitchins by 7 rounds. Let's see if there's a round. They're doing all the group round bettings. They don't have like the 1, 2, 1, 6 type of shit, nigga. They don't have like
what's the group for that round in?
For Hitchins, for 1 to win in one rounds 1 to 3 is 3,200 plus 3,200.
Damn. And what about 4, 5, and 6?
They don't have any single round bets?
Not yet. Yeah, they always did the alternative group ones. Like, let's see if Hitchins was to do win in 3, 4, 3,700, 5, 6, 2,500. Or in another one.
That's so weird. That must be a Massachusetts thing because usually over here.
Yeah, I have 3 different alternative group round betting.
See, that must be a Massachusetts thing because in New York when they do like the props, the single round bets always come before the alternative, like the round group betting ones. So I don't know. It's ass backwards in mass, I guess.
Nigga, we get all the bets though, so it can't be that ass backwards.
The order in which you get the bets are ass backwards, though. It's supposed to be the single round bets, then the group bets. Like, the hell?
I mean, either way, I'm not mad at shit. So, but yeah, no, it's I would definitely push on the decision. But yeah, like I said, I mean, to me, like I said, I mean, if Zepeda kind of loses, then yeah, Zepeda kind of goes down the charts a little bit. He might be using some jobber shit.
I mean, that's how he got here.
Well, Eddie promised him a name, and Zepeda's name still has weight, so it's not. So yeah, Hitchins should be able to beat. Should be competitive. At least you want to be competitive and want to actually beat him. But we shall see. And then the co-main, we have one Jessica McCaskill, defending. Is she still a welterweight champion? She must be.
Yeah, she had to give up one of her belts though. So
yeah.
So that's why Sandy Ryan has a belt.
Yeah, and yes, and facing Sandy Ryan now. McCaskill, of course, though. See, one thing's for sure. I don't think Jessica McCaskill's in Matchroom's favor anymore, especially since she let off some of them comments, very publicly, and Eddie didn't like that very much. So, and Jessica McCaskill, like I said, she punches pretty hard. She's just very crude like a motherfucker, though. She's like, the way she punches is just a little bit caveman like.
She's not the bigger puncher in this fight, though.
No, she isn't. Sandy,
or the more skilled boxer either.
Yeah, and truthfully, honestly, I could easily see Sandy Ryan putting her foot in her ass. Like this is it's gonna be no fucking contest. Like
it's really just the experience is a difference, and I think Jessica might be stronger than her, more physically.
Absolutely.
But as far as the power, speed, the skills, Sandy Ryan got it all.
Yeah.
But Jessica's still in this fight. I ain't gonna say I
don't even know because she's a big girl, Sandy. So she probably is physically strong too. She's big for that weight.
And I've seen her. She can box pretty good. She's pretty decent.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Sandy Ryan can absolutely box though, but it's more or less to see. It's more or less to see if Jessica McCaskill's little rough and tough, fucking canine Bundred style of fighting could actually disrupt.
Oh my god!
Because Sandy Ryan is kind of a somewhat a newer pro, so
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At least Jessica, she's shown that she can be physically strong with world-class fighters.
Fighters, yeah, exactly.
Ryan, we don't.
This is Ryan's first step up. This is Ryan probably the first. Let me see. Let me check real quick. This is the first fighter I probably ever heard of she fought before. You know what I'm saying?
And having your strength check be McCaskill, kind of whoa,
Yeah, no, I haven't seen anybody she fought before yet. So this is her first true test. So.
Yeah,
but skills pay the bills.
Yeah, I honestly think Sandy Ryan will just won't stop her, but it'll be because it's 10 rounds obviously because the 12 rounds haven't hit this one yet, So
that's for the Queen next week. So.
Yeah. So yeah, Ryan will. I think Ryan will probably win a very wide unanimous decision over McCaskill. I'll talk about maybe on some 8-2 type of shit.
7-3.
7-3. Pilot, what about you?
6-4.
Oh, man, you thinking that is gonna be close? I'm not mad at it.
Seeing a good fight. Okay, yeah.
No.
No.
I'm gonna say nah, probably not because of what McCaskill did a few weeks ago. With the whole saying that they tainted Baumgartner's test. Maybe they might make her a lesson. So maybe.
Well, I will say that though, like if it goes the distance, I fully expect scoring Tucker, even if McCaskill is like might have seemingly edged that shit out.
McCaskill has to really beat her ass for them to get to.
They're gonna screw her because she can't say that. She had to apologize in the next morning. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Because Eddie threatened.
Well. Sorry doesn't put the toothpaste back in the tooth tab. So.
Facts.
Hey, LB, what about you? What's your prediction?
Ryan decision. I see it more like maybe 7 rounds or 3 type of fight. I feel like if Ryan could establish a jab early and just kind of get the distance, start just lining her up for shots, kind of tame her, kind of like Cameron did.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like she could probably punish her more than Cameron did.
Yeah.
Because Jessica kind of came back at the end of the Cameron fight. And she, kind of got her licks in there too.
Definitely did.
So, yeah, it was a good fight. Where it's like, I felt like with Cameron, she just kind of dog-walked Katie Taylor the whole fight, really.
Mm-hmm. And they tried to take that away from her. Them scorecards.
They did. And I know there was this one fuck nigga who was damn, in the comments on that video we made for it. Like, yeah, your girl lost, bro. Katie Taylor got her fucking ass kicked. Sorry, not sorry. When she's on the other end of them damn dubious ass decisions, y'all be, not this time, no.
Right.
But yeah, I feel like Ryan's gonna win this clearly. It's gonna be her coming out party. But she'll get chin checked. She'll be tested a little bit. McCaskill always lets everybody know they're in a fight.
Mm-hmm.
And this ain't gonna be any different.
Exactly. Yeah, McCaskill pretty much the only way she's gonna leave intact is she has to knock Ryan out. And she has the power to do so, but the delivery though it's a whole different thing.
Yeah, I mean she does line up and like she'll do good shots on her people, like on her opponents.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, it's like it's in an erratic type of way because the offense is so sporadic and chaotic and shit. Like it ain't like a Mayorga right hand where Mayorga could kind of get that shot off on you more consistently. McCaskill, it's like you got to literally not move your head and just be right there to just keep getting hit with that.
To get hit with that heavy ass right hand of hers.
Yeah, like so that's the thing. But yeah, I'm looking for this to be a good fight. What card do we the Hitchins fight? Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and then I think to open up, the main card, of course, we got Ammo Williams, who's like the lone American middleweight.
Our only hope.
Yeah, against Steve Rolls of Triple G and Berlanga fame. I mean, like I said, it could be an interesting fight because Steve Rolls is a tricky fighter. He's not like, I mean,
this is a step up for Ammo.
Yeah, it is. It's a huge step up for him. It's like and truthfully, he needs it because Ammo might be probably one of the few Eddie signees because that's actually panning out in terms of talent. Like Ammo's there. I mean, obviously, I think the only thing outside that holds back Ammo is Ammo.
I feel like, he has those issues. But I feel like 2 years ago he was on such a quicker trajectory, but last year was kind of slow. You know what I'm saying? I know he has his issues. Because even when he took that break, and then he kind of came back full force.
Well, yeah, he needed to take that break.
Yeah, no, he needed to take the break. Yeah, I know. But hopefully he gets his mental right because he's a talented fighter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because bro is wilding out too hard. Like,
that's probably why they stopped that Felix Cash fight that was going to happen with Ammo.
Yeah. And Steve Rolls, outside Triple G, Steve Rolls beat Berlanga. I don't care what anyone fucking says. Steve Rolls beat fucking Berlanga.
Got robbed.
And they robbed that man.
And Berlanga still mid.
Yeah, exactly. So it'll be a good gauge to see in terms of Ammo's development, like where he really is. Because he is like because he's up there. Like dude needs to because eventually Eddie's gonna have to start lining him up to fight for a middleweight title for something. But yeah, no, definitely looking forward to this fight. So yeah, I mean, in terms for an American card for Eddie, it's well put together. So I mean, you definitely look forward to it. And of course, we always got hope for some fuckery of some sort. Always fuckery. But yeah, no, I know LB. Is there anything like boxing wise you wanted to touch upon real quick before we get up out of here?
Oh, okay, yeah. Let me see.
So I know we had the poll or the Spence.
Yeah,
or
we
Spence
just
off the news.
Let me bring up the poll with just real quick joint. Which fight was the most unnecessary? Jones Hopkins 2, Joppy Duran, or Haney Kambosos 2. I put in the chat Fury Chisora 3, but somehow it became Fury Chisora 2 on here. But
yeah, Fury Chisora 2 wasn't
Fury Chisora 2, because really, seriously, that was the worst.
I mean, the
yeah, but I think 3 was way more unnecessary than 2.
3 was unnecessary. 2 wasn't unnecessary because the first one was actually competitive as fuck.
Yeah, like I didn't really feel 2 was like all that unnecessary.
But I think it was just a typo. Whoever.
Yeah, it had to be because 3 was super unnecessary. It was like, why? Yeah.
I mean, I didn't pick that though. I picked Jones Hopkins too because mostly because that fight just hurt my soul just watching that shit.
Yeah. Actually, that's the one I picked as well, but yeah, I was getting nervous of that Joppy Duran. I was about to pick that one. I was like, nah, Jones Hopkins too.
Yeah, because at least with Duran had been sticking around, and because Duran had been winning lower level fights by that time. Like even though he was washed, and then it was just one of those things. It's like, hey,
beyond washed, nigga.
Yeah. This is basically the time where Duran, like, if someone gave him too hard of a fight or whatever, he would quit. But it doesn't. No one really likes to talk about the '90s version of Duran all that much because there are some eyesores on there. But this was the biggest eyesore because it was like there was nothing. Joppy, and I'll let you know I'm not a fan. I've never been a fan. There's something about Joppy that always pissed me off. But that fight was just disgusting to watch. It was a horrible, disgusting fight. Where 10 years before that, Joppy wouldn't be able to carry that motherfucker's like jockstrap. Like it's just true. Yeah. It's like,
but Joppy had to do what needed to be done, or Duran would still be fighting.
Right, and it was also during that time where the middleweight division was like very trash. The lower half of the '90s. It was full of a lot of alphabet champions and champions that should have never been fucking champions, like fucking Hassan Sharifi shit, like, or fucking Julio Cesar Green. I can name off some names. There was some horrible.
You taking them back there, yo.
Yeah, there was some horrible middleweight champions, brothers. Like shit.
Oh man.
And just seeing Joppy was actually one of the better ones. Because Joppy was actually a 2-time middleweight champion in that period, and just seeing him batter Duran was just a horrible look. It was a bad look. Showtime aired that shit.
Showtime aired that shit.
Yeah, crazy. Showtime needed to be ashamed of themselves for that one. Like that shit. Like no, but Jones Hopkins hurt to watch it because we all saw that shit in real time. The rematch should have took place in 2001 or 2.
60-40, but
because this is where basically Hopkins was at his peak of his career, and so was Roy Jones. Whereas in the first fight, neither of them were, but Roy beat dude in one hand, like clearly. It was a clear 8-4 ass type victory.
I had a 9-3, but I can give you 8-4.
Yeah, it was definitely. But nothing close to that. I mean, Hopkins he tried, but. When you see him getting lit up by fucking lead uppercuts and shit like that and left hooks and took them shits too. I'm not gonna lie, but it's just like it was a little different. Roy was just a little different back then. But this one, but that whole 60-40 shit, and then both of them, Roy Jones fell off quick, and Hopkins took him a while. It took him a while to fall off though, but you know. But by the time the rematch happened, like, you know, Roy was pretty much shot to pieces, and then, you know, Hopkins was supposed to knock him out, but Hopkins was not
struggled with him.
Yeah, because the activity fucking gassed him out, and he started doing that old man Hopkins shit.
Then he had to fight. That is just horrible. Like, it's one of those fights we try to forget happened. It's in the same vault with Oscar, not Oscar.
Marquez Vasquez 4.
Thank you. You motherfucker. You knew what I was gonna say. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
It's in that same vault where they holding that in the
that or Rios
Lost
Alvarado
Ark.
or like Rios Alvarado 3, like fights that were just like you forget that they fucking exist. Just
Although I kind of want to remember the first half of that fight. The first half was quality. But
sure.
Then it just went off a cliff horribly. It turned into Daddy Garcia and Thurman.
Yeah, I think Jones Hopkins too only had like one good exchange where both of them were kind of throwing hands, and then
it was between Hopkins and Roy's kids.
Yeah, and then Hopkins gassed off that shit too, which was it was just a horrible look. And it was on paper. It was on independent pay-per-view because, you know, who the fuck was gonna? I mean, Hopkins was still fighting on HBO, but who the fuck? HBO was not gonna air that shit. You know, you fucking kidding me?
Like, you lost your fucking mind. We wanted this shit back in 2001, Hopkins.
Yeah, you know, yeah. So yeah, it just was not a good fucking look. Like it was, yeah, and that's why, like, I mean, that one was just because I was just watching this shit, and I was just like, and it went 12 too. Like, you know, god damn it, nigga, like
horrible fight. Kind of slowed Hopkins' momentum down at the time.
Yeah, he did. You know, even though dude going to fucking, you know, become light heavyweight champion and, you know, all that other shit, you know, and pick up three light heavyweight belts. But yeah, that was just one of those fights that was just like, god damn it. You know, you just felt bad for watching this shit. You felt pissed because you wasted your time watching it.
One of the most unnecessary rematches of all time.
Yeah, and it went the distance. So the other
Speaking of unnecessary rematches, though.
Yes, you know, good segue into, you know, As the World Turns, featuring Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. You know, so now it's come out now that Terrence Crawford
how do you feel about it? Yeah.
Has picked the weight, has decided that 147 will be the weight for the rematch. And it's like, hey, you know, I mean, stipulations, you know, like I said, you know, even though I don't like stipulations at time, because, you know, stipulations is why we got Fury Wilder 3, which was also a necessary rematch too as well. But niggas like that fight more than my opinion, so I get drowned out a lot.
Because at least it turned out to be a good fight, quality, exciting fight. I get it, but all right, it turned out okay. So
it did, but it ruined trajectories and it ruined the real fight that niggas wanted to see. So
no, but nobody told Joshua to go out and lose to Usyk. That's on him.
I mean, he was bound by his mandos. It had to, like, you know, it's, you know, shit happens. You know,
no one told a heavyweight to not fight like a heavyweight.
Either way, I mean, and that's why I got pissed. That's why I didn't put no predictions on that one or Fury Wilder. I didn't want to hear nothing. I didn't want to say nothing because I was so furious about that, about Fury and Joshua, you know, having to be canceled. You know, but in this particular case now with Spence and Crawford, it's like, first of all, like a beating like that in the first fight, like, nah, like you want to run that back within.
It's gonna flop. It's gonna flop. I mean, I get it, but like, what's the point?
Yeah,
it was competitive. It wasn't competitive, you know. What I mean?
Yeah, it's a hard sell because Crawford dominated so thoroughly. Like, you know,
let's fight with no belts on the line this time. Let's fight with no belts on the line not this time after a fucking generational ass whooping.
Yeah, and on top of that, I mean, I think everyone's like, you know, plus, you know, Spence's issues, the weight issues, the boxing issues, the issues where I think it's funny to me. It took this fight to make people realize that something was awful.
It's funny, right? Spence are funny because they're almost worse than Canelo and Loma fans because these motherfuckers are really trying to say Bud is ducking. Now, like what? Like that's the most insane.
Yeah,
thing.
Spence fans are the ones. First of all, they're talking about Crawford. He's going to take Crawford's eye, all this other shit too.
That's
but
insane.
now it's like, well, Spence. Now they're saying, well, Spence didn't recover from that crash. Nigga, I don't want to hear that shit. I said that shit some jump that this motherfucker was like. Like you're looking unfamiliar. You start talking about all this shit. Like, nah, you said this nigga is going to take Crawford's eye. Stand on that shit. Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
Nah, I mean, this is the thing, yo. Like, it's just kind of it's a funny look.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna.
No, go ahead.
Lie. These are all very baseless arguments. I'm just saying.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just a funny look. I know everybody keeps bringing up they had a gentleman's agreement. Crawford said, "Hey, the next fight will be at 154." But the contract says, "Hey, the winner. Hey, if Crawford wants to say 147, 147," and it's like I get it, but then it's like that's assuming like you're trying to like make a plan with all the ifs in the motherfucking world. Well, if I say 147, Spence is gonna turn down the fight, and then that frees me up to fight Canelo, but Canelo has to beat Charlo. But if Canelo loses to Charlo, he's more than likely going to want to fight Charlo in a rematch. So what am I going to be doing?
Mm-hmm.
But then it's like I'd have to fight Canelo at 168, but I'm making a big deal about going 154 and getting an easy payday against Spence. It's not like, I mean, if you're going to fight at 147 again, like you may as well fight Boots.
That's also true, and that's the argument.
And I just feel like it's just also misguided, sore winner type of.
The Canelo payday is calling his name, so I mean,
but that's no guarantee, nigga.
Like, no, I know Canelo's gonna get on it. I'm just saying, I know, and I'm just saying.
I mean, Canelo said he fucks with the possibility, but Canelo got his hands full.
Yeah, he got a big.
And then that fight's gonna if Canelo loses or it's a draw or it's some Golovkin controversy type of shit, gonna have to run that back. So what's Crawford gonna be doing in this time? Making excuses not to fight fucking Boots?
Yeah.
Is he gonna fight Zhu?
Tim Zhu's
I doubt that.
Tim Zhu's a good payday. I mean, but he don't. It's decent.
But dude, Zhu is not a bigger payday than a Spence rematch payday.
You're right.
Zhu is only a bigger payday if he goes and fight him in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Then Crawford would get like buku bucks. But he ain't gonna want to do that shit. He ain't like he's Crawford now.
Yeah, you don't have to Ricky Burns it.
Yeah, so it's like I just don't see the logic in this move at all. I'm just like, get Spence out the way again, collect that check, get it over with. Okay, you're at 154. Now you could parlay that into something else, or you could go back to 147, get Boots. At least you got options now. But just kind of like put yourself in a position where, you could literally be in a no man's land for a while and just sit on the shelf. Mm-hmm. Right now, especially when you're at your hottest.
Right.
Like, I just kind of feel like that's counterproductive. Like, all this shit about, the fight not going to sell, this, that. It'll sell. Look, if you do it at 154, that's the selling point.
Right.
Everybody, all the Spence fans are going to pretty much sell that fight on the whole, hey, he's at 154 now. He's going to be bigger, better, da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, they're gonna do. They're gonna say all that shit.
You do it at 147, it's like it's on some spiteful, petty. I'm trying to be manipulative, and it's going back on your word. I know everybody keep bringing up the contract, but sometimes you could be right and still be wrong, and I feel like the boxing gods will look at shit like that, and Crawford shouldn't do anything right now. He's in a position where the boxing gods are on his side. He's in a spot where he's long deserved for a long ass time.
He's on the
And
back.
I hate
He's on the 18th hole almost. You know what I mean? Too.
He's on what?
He's on the 18th hole. Like it's almost over. It's 35.
Yeah. So I hate for him to do something like this where you could put some karma or some bad karma in the game this late in the game when you're like really almost at the finish line and you could be really capitalizing off of this shit.
And you hit your popularity apex. You're one of the
like why do some shit like this now? Like, bro, just fight this man, get it over with. Do it at 154.
I'm a big Bud fan, and the contract. He has the right to be the A side. But
if he would have never said the whole 154 shit,
if he would never said about 168, that too. If he also didn't say, oh yeah, I'm gonna fight Spence at 154 because I'm struggling, got to use the sweatsuit or the sauna or whatever. But him to say I'll go 168 because before he said no, I'd fight at 1, I don't do 160, but then he realized that Canelo payday would be a grand finale, But I felt like now, it is a little petty. It is a little bit flexing the A side thing. But it's just the fact that this fight's not going to sell, and the belts, there's no belts on the line. I don't know. Like it's not.
I keep saying the fight's good, dude. These niggas got 25 mil a piece for a fight that only has 650 pay-per-views.
I'm sure. I'm sure
them niggas got paid. It don't matter about the sales like that.
How many buys would they do pay-per-view wise? Do you think? How many roughly? 300?
Them niggas would do like 325.
300 maybe. Yeah.
Even if they don't make 25 million, these niggas make 15 mil or 20 mil. They still getting paid, bro. Like, I'm not even trying to like pocket watch niggas, but I just don't see no upside in not doing this shit at 154 and rematching this nigga and getting it done with. So and being active.
If let's say that he does take the fight at 154, beats, wraps up Spence, what will be ideal next for him? Because next couple fights, what would be the try to get in this.
We gotta know the outcome of Carlos Canelo by this time.
Yeah. That matters a lot in the grand scheme of things.
That matters a lot. You know what I mean? Because then it's like because you still gonna have Zoo and Boots. And remember, like, I feel like the Boots fight is big enough. If Boots went to 154, that'd be still a big fight. Same thing with Zoo. He'll have a belt. He's done enough where people could think it's legitimate or not, or whatever. Mm-hmm. So he has options. I'm just saying, hey, stay active. Mm-hmm. Get the easy money. Like, you've been getting easy money before. Shit.
At least fight sometime in the first quarter of 2024, at least,
Dude, you see how difficult it was to make the Spence fight? Like, bro, like, if you don't
he didn't really take no damage. Like, he didn't take no damage in that.
That's what I'm saying. like, come on, fam. Like, it just don't, like, because, dude, you could, like, I always try to look at shit on a deeper, like, maybe Crawford was going to do this all along and, like, don't let Bomac suffer no karma shit on your decision, bro. Like,
I don't think he expected Spence to get dismantled like that himself. I mean, maybe he did, but I just I think that
Crawford did.
The fight wasn't. I'm saying the fight wasn't competitive. You know what I mean?
It don't matter. Look at the poll we had.
Because the fight was supposed to happen before the end of the year. You know that Spence needs to recover. You know what I mean? Some time off after that.
Dude, niggas could recover, bro. Spence don't it's up to how Spence want to deal with this shit. I'm not in this man camp or his life. If you want the rematch, you want the rematch. It's 6 months.
Yeah, and I said it before too. If it's 147, Spence is getting packed up in short order. Like there's no way that this like I said it's. I mean, it's sad to say it, but that's what's going to happen. Like, there's no, unless Father Time starts hitting Crawford, which
randomly, the likelihood, unless somehow Spence wins this a robbery, I don't see how he wins that fight somehow.
Especially at 147. Like, if I'm Spence, I'll take the fight. And I'll weigh in late. I'll weigh in over the fight or some shit.
That was such a motherfucking mismatch, man. That's it. And I'm like,
If you want the rematch, I'm not gonna let this nigga be petty on that shit. Nah.
Salute to Spence.
Pay the penalties, make the fight.
Salute to Spence. He's a warrior. He wants to run it back.
Yeah, I mean, and there's nothing wrong with that though. But it's just
because I guarantee you, Crawford will be out like at least a year if he doesn't fucking fight Spence in the rematch.
It all
And that's
depends.
just a buzzkill for someone who's like literally one of the faces of boxing.
It all depends what happens on the 30th of this month, in 12 days.
That's going to factor in it. But if he makes a decision before then, or even then, even if afterwards. But yeah, it just because I just look at it like, wow, bro, like let's make something happen, nigga. Like,
yeah. I mean, the only upside for Spence outside of the money is hoping that his corner will stop the fight, or the doctors will stop the fight when it's clear that Spence is taking too much punishment. Like,
yeah, that too.
Yeah, because I don't think Spence can take another 9-round or more beating like this from Crawford. Like the clean punches, clean counters, all that shit. I don't think Spence will lose some. I mean, he's already lost something. He will lose some. He'll lose some more stuff if that happens. So,
Oh yeah. So when I was training at the park, one of my students last week, I think it was Thursday or Tuesday, one of them, a guy got out of the car who was about to run. He seen he's doing the mitts. He asked us, so who you think winning the rematch with Crawford and Spence? And we both looked at him and it was like Crawford, especially if it's at 150. He's like, even if it's at 154, we're like, yeah. Like, this a casual nigga too. So And he was like, why? And we was telling about the whole, he don't move his head. We don't think he's going to improve, but at least he could probably take the punches better and train better at 154. But so dude was like he was turning into advanced casual, and then he said something that kind of fucked it up. He said, I think Crawford beats Charlo, and I was like, yeah, I could see. I was like, that's a closer fight, like, I could see that, but I think Charlo beats Crawford. But then he said, Spence and Charlo, they're the same. And I was like, nah.
Oh, no, yeah.
Nah, that's where you lost me, bro. Like, there's no way you can say they're the same fighter. They got the same coach, same trainer, but nah. Like, no. Like,
yeah. Had me in the first half.
Yeah. And so we got to talking about the because then my student was like, but yeah, Spence was injured, man. The car accident, this, that. So the dude was like, looked at him on some like, man, but he beat Ugas and Danny Garcia and this, that. And he's like, but he's like, they're not as good as Crawford. And I was like, Thurman. He was like, man, Crawford beat the shit out of Thurman. I was like,
well, he's not wrong there.
Nah. I mean, he was very wrong. I told him so, but
of course you would, nigga.
I do think Thurman would have beat Spence and would have prepared Spence for Crawford, but I think Spence was worried about actually losing to Thurman. So, but it's just interesting. It's just cool to see that boxing's gotten so big to the point where niggas come up to you actually talking boxing.
Yeah.
And engaging in a conversation and shit. So,
Yeah. As I mentioned before the chat, I mean, like I said, Dominican chick, she's like sends me shit all the time about boxing, caught the bug and all that shit. So it's like, yeah, it's like, yeah, boxing is buzzing. Like, even when there's not a big fight going on, it's still buzzing enough because, like I said, in a couple of weeks, it's going to pick up anyways again because
businesses are booming.
Yeah,
because it's like there's been enough big and significant fights, and low key, I think a lot of people underestimate like niggas who catch the fights on ESPN Saturday night sometimes. So, all that plays into, and then social media, and they see the viral knockouts and shit and on TikTok and shit. So boxing's getting there. Boxing's there. I can't even say it's getting there. I feel like it's still missing some elements that could make it really bigger. I would love to see a scripted boxing series. Bloodhounds was a start, but something more maybe on this side.
Right.
But that I know niggas is saying, yeah, we're getting extra shit to that one boxing undisputed game. Nobody cares until y'all putting that shit on the
On the console,
consoles.
PS5 console. I know y'all just dropped Larry Holmes career
PS4
mode,
too, please.
career mode's coming out. You know what I mean? All that
Listen
shit.
to these rich fucks.
But you know, like I thought they got Larry Holmes in the game now, like career mode. But come on, man.
Yeah, I don't care about career mode, God mode, fade mode, whatever
Nobody
mode.
plays on the PC
Like
that. You know, the PC, like it's only on PC is kind of trash. I'm sorry.
yeah, like if y'all ain't put this shit on the console yet, like we don't care about the updates no more. It's like Fury Usyk. If y'all ain't telling us the fight signed and y'all doing press conferences and these niggas is staring each other down and they're talking about live in Dubai or live in da 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 da, like we don't care about an update. We don't care about it's super close to being done. The talks have heated up. No. God damn, y'all done heated that motherfucker. It's burned, it's cooked, it's done. Can't heat up the talks no more. So shit, like fuck it. So y'all can have a game. I know they getting they remaking the Punch Out. I seen a little clip of that. That should kind of look fire, like with the newer graphics and making it look more over the top. So I guess I'll keep the streets a little, fed until we get some real shit. But yeah, I mean, y'all could bring back Ippo, a boxing anime, something original, something. But yeah, there's other boxing media that could really kind of fill in the gaps right now. That boxing reality series, something like y'all could like really go next level with this shit for the type of year and monetize on the popularity of boxing because it's still peaking.
Mm-hmm.
Fights are still being made. We're getting a balance now with a YouTube, the fuckery fights, the real fights, and the semi-real fights. They're all kind of getting lined up to where everybody kind of appreciates them for what they are. And it's not like, oh, damn, they're competing. Jake Paul versus this nigga. That nigga is Spence and Tank. That is nice. We all know what it is. And it's like, yeah. Rolly Tank, Rolly, Brian, yeah. Tank. I mean, KSI, Tommy Fury, yeah. Crawford Spence, Canelo Benavidez, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
And I think that's good for the sport because it can all exist. It all makes the sport bigger because one nigga might see a semi-real shit and be like, yo, I wonder how the real shit is. Nigga might see the little bullshit and be like, I wonder what the semi-real shit. A nigga might go from the Jake Paul to the Rolly fight to a fucking Spence fight or a Crawford fight. Growth, nigga, shit.
Growth for sure. But yo, we gotta wrap this up because I know I gotta go to bed. I got.
Yeah. I'm good. I'm ready to get
It's
out
only
of here.
10 o'clock. It's only 10 o'clock. I'm just playing.
This
nigga, going back to Cali, ass nigga.
Going back to Cali.
But yo, in terms of final thoughts, man. I mean, obviously,
ain't no final thoughts.
Ringing. Also, of course, we saw everyone that that was listening to us. Talk our boxing shit and whatnot. And we'll be back on Thursday for some ranting and to review the new Nas shit and everything. Rome will probably join us too and everything. And of course, salute for P, who's in Florida right now. Getting ready to cover this Hitchins card and everything like that.
So you might your boy.
He might get some other content. He got his Ring Gang shirt too. So yeah, if you see, you see a Rican with wild hair and a beard and walking around.
Chill. I just got a haircut. Chill. Holla at your guala.
Trying to typecast a nigga and shit. He's like, nah, hold on. Like, he had better got a haircut. How does it is down here, nigga? Braid that shit.
But other than that, like I said, where to find us, our content, especially the YouTube and where you listen, like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends to do the same, and then we can all be friends. What I'm saying? If you feel so inclined to do so, read that banner, you know, you can donate to our PayPal and everything like that. Because, like I said, we do this shit for y'all. You know what I'm saying? And well, yeah, that's it for me. Any of y'all have any final thoughts before we get up out of here?
Nah, I'm good.
Nah, we good. We good.
All right, cool. So yeah, you know, for myself, you know, Pat Scorpio, the New England representative, for LB Shuttleworth, the God, the GOAT artist, for King P, Bodega P, and for Conscious Pilot. You know, this has been another wonderful episode of Real Talk, where as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. So until Thursday, peace.